This channel is sponsored by Loot Crate, the monthly subscription box that's always filled with surprises for gamers and geeks alike. If you're interested, go to lootcrate.com/hawk525 and after choosing your crate, type in promo code HAWK525 for a 10% discount. The link and promo code will be in the description box below. Thanks guys, and hope you enjoy the show. I haven't.
$5 or $20?
It's 5 for a month, 20 for a year. So
Oh, I'm just gonna do 5 for the month.
true.
Fuck 20. Like, I'm not gonna get into it. I don't know. Fucking, I think I've gotten into it before. Because you're basically only paying for better better shit for 2 games.
Yeah.
Not Splatoon. Mario Kart and fucking Smash.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything else is still going to be on a I forget what the fuck they call them, but they're not on dedicated servers. Like
Yeah, peer-to-peer or whatever.
Yeah, peer-to-peer. Yeah, everything else is peer-to-peer.
So I am disappointed in the Mario Parties not being able to play online, like actual online.
Oh yeah, like the board game and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess this is step 1,
Mm-hmm.
but still, it's like hurry the fuck up,
Yeah.
hurry the fuck up, Nintendo.
It's one step in a direction, but you know they need to come on, like you can do better than that. But
I mean, it's
I haven't actually like really played it myself. But you're gonna say something?
I was gonna say it's also like Sony finally saying, "Oh, we might be thinking about crossplay." Might.
Right.
It's like, it's 2018, Sony.
Yeah.
Nintendo, PC, and Xbox been doing it since when? Like to say 2012 at least.
I know. What's his name? Yoshida from
Sony.
Yoshida, the director for FF14.
Oh.
He's been trying to advocate to get Sony to do crossplay.
Okay.
So, because he wants to branch out the game to Xbox.
Yeah.
And he's already kind of has Sony in his hand, sort of.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
But that shit, yeah, he kind of does, because he's basically kind of like, because they play this shit where, like, obviously they pay a subscription for that game. So
Right.
Sony's tried to, in the past, he's even said it openly, that Sony's tried to make him make people pay for PlayStation Plus as well on console,
Oh.
on top of their shit, and he's basically said that he has them in their hand, that they can't do that. So, and he's also mentioned too, he wants Sony to fucking open that up so they can make a Xbox One version.
Ah.
But I don't know.
Okay.
I know he's been advocating it.
Mhm.
I don't know how much recently, but I know he has in the past.
Right. Well, anyway, before we get lost in our conversations, excuse me. Welcome to the 69th episode of the
It's
Hypecast.
my birthday.
Oh yeah, 69. Yeah. So just the 69th of what month? Is it one of those like what do you call it? What do you call that day on February? Like the extra day that comes like every fucking 4 years or some shit?
Leap day
Leap day, thank you.
or leap year?
Leap year, leap day, that shit. Like we have them for 69 apparently. Yeah, of course, that's like a very much more like special like birthday or anniversary or whatever the fuck you're gonna do on that day. Like how people are trying to propose on the leap day or whatever, so that way they don't have to celebrate that anniversary every year.
That's kind of a dickish. When
That's kind of a dickish move. Yeah, it kind of is, but I can kind of see like where they're coming from, sort of like, you know, they're trying to make it more special, I guess. But it's such a like a cheap, such a it's kind of cliche too in a sense. But I don't know. I think those kind of things are cliche in general. But yeah. But anywho, 69th episode of the Hypecast. Thank you for everyone for tuning in, of course. Tonight we are kind of running on a little bit of a different, I guess, roster. I guess if you want to call it.
Half Asian tonight. My name is Ender Gamma, and welcome to the 69th podcast.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Ender Josh is here. No. Josh Gamma. or Ender Nasty or Chuck Gamma.
Chuck Gamma, there you go. Ender Nasty.
Ender Nasty. There you go. No, unfortunately, Ender Gamma, aka Christian, could not make it out tonight. He was feeling under the weather, of sorts, so he'll have to sit out for tonight. But we have Josh and we have Zawardo, and filling in for tonight. So, anyone wanna, is there anything they want, you guys want to say, like share or anything new, or kind of, I guess, like how you guys been doing or anything like that before we jump right into the news?
Oh, been great. I've been right now. I'm very gassy.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Are you still gassy from yesterday?
Yeah. Actually, I'm just burning a hole through my chair right now.
Well, that's the rotating seat, so you keep farting in that seat.
Oh no, this is actually Chris's seat.
Oh yeah.
So he's gonna, have a nice surprise when he comes back from feeling sick. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna be sick again, or
he's gonna get sick again. Yeah, from that smell. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's how I've been. It's been very gassy.
It's been very gassy. Okay. Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Zawardo, how you been, man? We haven't had you in a bit, so I think you have some things to say.
My wallet is knocked out already.
Already? We're like halfway.
Let's look at the list of pre-orders, shall we? Pro Controller with the Smash bundle, DMC Collector's Edition. Fallout is still on the maybe, even though I paid it off already. I might cancel it. Kingdom Hearts, whenever that damn thing comes out, still think it's a myth.
Why are you calling it a myth still? It has a day.
Yeah, man.
It's got a day. At least it's more of a game than fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake, dude. Come on. That's a myth.
True
myth.
It
well,
is.
see, if KH3 goes the same boat as 15, I'll be okay with it, but then I'll be kind of disappointed.
What do you mean by that? Elaborate on that real quick.
Alright, so everyone that does not know, 15 was a completed game, but then they had that big update that fixed Chapter 13, which became its actual true final game piece, and it's like what was missing? Oh, just extra information that people apparently wanted to know. What happened to Noxus?
The cohesive story.
Yeah,
that's what was missing.
Yeah,
but then now we don't need to wait. I mean, yeah, now that I think about it, with the upcoming, what was it, the Kingdom Hearts Complete Story Edition thing game that has 1, 2, and all the other games in it. There's a compilation of stories.
Yeah, it's out on PS4, so that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
But
PS4.
mm,
And let's see what else is damaging my wallet.
damaging your wallet.
Oh yeah. 3 to 4 days at Disney World though.
Oh, Disney World, though. Yeah.
Gonna buy some Funko Pops.
You going to
That
Disney in November?
December.
December. Okay.
Right, because you're gonna be visiting your significant other, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
We could have gone last year, but let's just say somehow my money during last year disappeared.
Oh, somehow. Okay.
Somehow.
Yeah, I just
Somehow.
remembered. Got your eggs.
yeah. For those who aren't quite getting it, Zawada here bought the collector's edition for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And speaking of collector's editions, we'll talk more about that later on. But anyway, yeah, you got the eggs that don't even come out of the thing.
Do you need a jacket though?
I threw away that that eggs right out. So it's somewhere in a trash heap.
Yeah. It might have gotten crushed somewhere in the junkyard, or no, but maybe one man's trash. You know that saying, one man's trash is another is another man's treasure.
I mean, Zordo, you're coming to Florida in December, right?
Mm-hmm.
It does kind of get a little cold here, so how about a jacket? You know what I mean? Get a jacket before you come to Florida.
That's okay. I have a body to lay next to. You know, I'll steal the heat from that.
But it's $8,000, dude. It's gotta keep you warm, right?
No, that's fine. If I wanted to spend 8,000, I'll buy probably Mark Hamill's hair.
Oh, jeez.
Oh wow. But yeah,
I think those jackets probably aren't ideal for Florida's cold weather because it's not really.
or just wearing it in Florida in general.
Yeah. You'd die. You would die.
you probably get robbed and they'll take your jacket or something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if he's going to Orlando, I don't know if that would happen, but
It's
it comes down to a little
No,
need
probably
yourself.
because I'm gonna walk around like in Disney World, and somebody might be like, "Dante's jacket,"
Yeah. Right.
and whack me across the head.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's bound to happen. You're gonna run into someone from in Disney World, you know, that happens to be a big DMC fan, and they're like, "Yo, that's the jacket that costs $8,000, man," or whatever.
You stupid!
Shit. That's an $8,000 jacket.
Now-
What is that thing made out of? That's what I want.
Well, let's see. Let's. Whoa, what the fuck is this? No, thank you, Kotaku.
It's made out of the tears of little kids.
So for those who haven't caught on already, we're talking about the DMC5 Collector's Edition, and my goodness, this is probably like the most expensive Collector's Edition that I've come across. I don't know about you guys, but this is pretty fucking expensive. Cause
Apparently there was a $1 million collector's edition for Saint Row.
Jesus,
4.
what?
What?
What? That's gotta be fake.
Yeah, let me grab the link.
Okay.
I didn't even
Continue.
think like Saints Row would have like that big of a following because I thought it was kind of a cult following.
Yeah.
I mean, Devil May Cry's got a pretty big following.
Oh yeah.
And like somebody stupid enough to fucking pay $8,000 for a fucking jacket in an interchangeable box art. You know what I mean? Someone's
Yeah.
got to be that stupid to buy that shit.
Yeah.
Here you go. $1 million.
This gotta be fucking.
It's got to be a troll.
Is it just called the $1 Million Edition just because? I don't know. There's nothing really.
I think that's a troll because I know that game is like.
It's
has that kind of humor.
don't they like isn't it like a don't they like play jokes and some shit, like a lot of jokes?
Yeah, it's a very satirical. It's like a satirical version of GTA.
Yeah. Even though that game's already satirical as it is.
True.
Yeah. So it's even more satirical on social commentary. But anyway, back onto DMC here. So I mean, I don't think it's been confirmed that it's $8,000, but in Japanese yen, it's 972,000 yen, which, according to this article, equates to $8,600, tax included. So it's over $8,000.
Well, my thing is this: it's only available in Japan.
It's only available in Japan.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
From my understanding.
Right.
I imagine you probably could import it, but
That's gonna be like
Yeah.
yeah.
Which will rack it up to maybe $1,000 more.
$1,000 is pretty much like, I don't know, depending on how big the fucking box is and shit. But
Also, too, I'm confused about this.
right, what?
All right. There is a Nero and a V version.
Mm-hmm.
They're cheaper.
How much cheaper?
They're
Oh, here we go, over here.
there you go. $1,000 cheaper.
Nero Nero is approximately $7,176, or 810,000 in yen. And then there's V, which is $5,741 approximately, or 648,000 yen. So it is a little weird, but still, that's like, I'm trying to think about in PCs. It's like, that's like fucking like at least 5 of my PCs with my setup. So it's like, it's because each of them were like or my PC was 1,800 to build. So yeah, it's still quite a bit of money though, no matter what, how you look at it. But if you look at the jacket, it's like, is it really worth that much amount? The amount?
Well, the Nero one's cheaper because one of the arms are ripped off, so that makes it a little. So, one of the sleeves is ripped.
I guess
the V one doesn't have sleeves, so it's even more cheaper.
Oh yeah,
that's the pricing.
Does,
Also, who the fuck is V, by the way? Is he?
It's Chris Angel.
It's that's good. I was thinking of like Black Veil Brides. If you guys know who that is, he looks like he's straight from Black Veil Brides.
Oh, okay. I don't really follow that route of, was it like metal or black metal or?
I don't know what you'd call it. I guess it's kind of like teeny bop metal music.
Oh, okay. Oh, that kind of okay.
They're kind of more Warped Tour oriented music. I guess, yeah. I don't know. It's alternative lifestyle music. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
I guess. I don't know.
But Dante's jacket.
I guess it's metal. I guess.
Yeah. Okay. It's some sort of metal.
It's rock and roll. Something. It's something. It's heavy music. It's heavy music with pretty boys and with tattoos.
Right. They're like V
that's
here.
What it is. Yes. He looks like he straight out of that shit. Knives and pens, dude.
Yeah. So, as Josh said earlier, this is only available in Japan. There's no collector's edition of some sort outside of Japan. And I don't think we're gonna get anything like this outside of Japan, because we always get like this subpar fucking collector's like scrap heap edition in comparison to like European or Japanese collector's editions.
Yep.
That's always been a thing, especially with Japanese games. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Same with JRPGs. Same with that other bullshit. But
because there was one collector's edition I really wanted, and nope, didn't come to the States.
Mm-hmm. I know. Tales of Vesperia has, and I'm talking about the definitive edition that's coming up in January. Also has a collector's edition, and of course, Japan has more shit on top of the shit that we're getting here in the U.S. So it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
just to get perspective of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay. To show that's a lot. That's a lot of that I wanted.
Oh, okay. That's a lot of studs, by the way, but Let me see that Bayonetta collector's
You know how
edition.
it goes, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of shit.
They are cute.
That is a lot of shit.
That's the Japanese one on the bottom, right? And then the one on top
The
of
first one is-
that weird Metal Bandit Josh linked. That's the US edition. Wow. It's a yeah. Like I said, the US is always getting the half-ass collector's editions in comparison
Well,
to the two other major regions.
Is there like a market? I know there's more of a market in Japan for buying this shit. I think like having these collectibles.
I imagine so, but it's also interesting that Europe is like kind of similar in that way too.
Because if you imagine too, like in America, we don't really have a place where you buy jerk off anime dolls.
Mm-hmm.
I like to call them.
Yeah.
Figurines, I guess,
Yeah.
for you weebs out there that buy that shit. We don't necessarily have a way to. We don't have shit like a store in America that you can buy it from. You usually have to like buy them from Japan, like some store in Japan online.
There might be something here in downtown LA when you go to like Little Tokyo, but I can't imagine.
But they're usually like small.
They're like
They're
small,
not like, yeah.
very small selection in comparing to like Japan.
So imagine like that's a perspective to be put in because I don't think people really, people really give a shit about collectors stuff. I mean, I know there are. I'm not saying there isn't. I'm saying I just don't think there's a lot of them. I think that's why they give us less.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
Just a demographic, I guess. Or,
Right, but if they just put this shit online, like I'm pretty sure someone's gonna order online in the US. Like I don't know why they haven't even tried that, but it might. I'm sure there's some sort of like business reasons that these kind of things happen.
Yeah.
But I just for now, from my perspective, I just kind of find it interesting that we always get not always, but a lot of times we get less in our collector's editions than Japan and Europe, so
we do with Europe too. Huh, I didn't even notice that.
yeah, Europe gets quite a bit of shit too for some reason. Maybe it's because the French loves Japanese shit, so they're like really into the anime and Japanese like culture and shit. So that's why maybe they're the ones who like are like leading the pack in Europe when it comes to like buying collector's editions and shit. So maybe that's why.
I think Germans do too.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm not basing that off of anything, wink. But I think the Germans do too.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't live in Europe. I don't know for sure, but I'm just gonna say maybe the Germans a little bit. You know what I mean? Wink, wink. I don't know.
I can imagine the French eating this shit up, but
yeah.
I don't know. Like this is a $8,000 jacket, over $8,000 even jacket, and what really justifies the price? You know what I mean? It's like just because it has the Devil May Cry name, or is it like made out of some special material? Like we've been kind of asking earlier.
It has to be like it's got to be made from like some sort of endangered species like butt cheek or something. Like, there's no way, man. Like if they combine and just say like, oh, it's just usual leather, like usual typical leather, then what the fuck is the $8,000 price for? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I get the novelty aspect of it, where it's like, oh, well, this is like a replica, like a real life replica of like these characters' jackets. Like I'd imagine like a cosplayer could make this themselves with like cheaper or probably like cheaper materials, but I don't know. Like I think it's ridiculous. If I find out anybody bought this shit, I don't want to know them. I don't want to know them.
Zordo.
That person's not good with money at all. Not at all.
But the one question I want to ask is like, where would you wear this?
True.
Conventions.
Yeah.
That's it. Once a year, then.
Once a year.
It's just like that. If you walk around the convention with this on, people are gonna be like, "Man, that stupid asshole fucking paid $8,000 for that fucking jacket. What a fucking idiot!"
Like, yeah, like just even like your typical like leather jacket of this like size and whatever like type. I like if you walk around in that and on the streets of LA, people are gonna give you fucking stink eyes and shit and be like, and just give you like just not good looks. I will say that much, because I drove around LA sometimes, and whenever those kind of people like walk around, they're just like, what the fuck? Like I'm just like looking at their faces and shit, and they don't give any positive looks at all. Not even like I don't really like run into like the even like the anime fans or the weebs or whatever. I don't know what you call them, but like it's just I don't know. Even especially in high school, like I see those people around. They have the black leather jacket, the black combat boots, black pants, everything. That group that wore black. You know what I mean? Like not necessarily goth, but kind of there. Those kind of people.
Metalheads.
Maybe.
Metalheads. Yeah, that sounds like metalheads.
Yeah, maybe metalheads. I didn't see enough metal studs, so I can't really tell you. But like,
no, they don't always wear metal studs.
Oh, okay.
That
might have been metalheads. But anyway, those kind of people, they always get that weird. People look at them funny. Let's just say that much. So
do they?
It depends on like where or it really depends on the environment. But like for my high school, they always kind of.
Oh, high school, yeah, probably. I can imagine that. I mean, damn, LA though, that's weird because where I'm from, like, it's kind of a common thing. You live in South Florida, like, you're gonna see all sorts of different kinds of people as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, to a degree, you would probably. I mean, you get dirty looks. I get dirty looks too. Like, I don't even wear that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I could see it. I know there's just that, like I said, like all that shit's an alternative lifestyle.
Yeah.
So anything that's alternative from the norm is going to be looked at weird.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
If you're walking around, especially too, I think you get dirty looks if you're walking around LA wearing that fucking jacket because it's probably fucking hot as hell.
Yeah.
And they're probably just like, this guy is a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's probably the kind of that perspective.
That's
same shit here.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like even in summer nights, like there's someone walking around with that fucking jacket, dude. And I'm like,
yeah,
dude, what the fuck, man? I hope that's not all you have, man, in your fucking closet, bro.
It must be if they bought it.
Maybe, I don't know. They might have spent all their money on that fucking jacket, man. Just like people probably will try with this jacket that one Dante wears. Apparently, in this article, it's the same jackets that, or it's like the same jackets that they would use on set. So that's why maybe that's why they're expensive or something.
So they're movie grade quality.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. Like, are these supposed to be like actual movie props that they produced or something? But I don't know.
It's a replica. It's a copy. It's not the exact same jacket that the motion capture guys wore.
Okay.
It says right there. It says it's based on the ones.
Oh, based on. Okay. As I said, it's worn on the set or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck? But anyway,
if that were the case, I'd be like, who the fuck are these people? Why are they so special? You know what I mean? Like that doesn't add any value to this. I don't care about some sweaty jacket some jerk off fucking wore for like several hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like fuck that.
Yeah.
Sweat.
You think someone will be stupid enough to donate this to Max? Because
Yep.
Yeah. There's bound to be someone. It's like, nope, they don't keep it for themselves. They always give it to
But I'm fucking. Well, when it comes to Max, I think like the voice actor of Dante would give him, his.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah. and go be like, nah, boo, here's mines. Didn't wash it.
I would definitely question that, but anyways, that's pretty much we got. It's just a very expensive jacket. Well, before we go on, besides the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Collector's Edition fucking shit, has anyone ever like remember other ridiculous collector's editions in their lifetime?
Not really. I don't really pay attention to that shit.
Right.
I don't buy that stuff.
Right.
Let's see.
I don't know. I can't really think. I know there has been other controversial ones, but I think it's probably one of the most controversial ones because it's probably the most expensive one I've ever seen.
I think like it's not really controversial, but it's kind of lame that it might be a pre-order thing rather than a collector's edition thing, but I don't know. But anyway, it's you get like a pair of socks for something or for some game or something. I don't know. It was really lame. I'll say that much.
I pre-order a game and get a free pair of socks.
yeah. I don't know, man.
I mean, are we going like really expensive or just?
I mean, I believe it.
Yeah. Just like just like ridiculous in terms of like both price and like the item that comes with it. You know.
What was it? The Halo 3? What? The one that had the Master Chief's helmet, which you can't even put on.
Was that Master Chief's called? I don't know. Is that? Because I know what you're talking about. I think was that Halo 5 or was that Master Chief Collection? So I think it was more recent.
No, and then like I think that was like back in the early 2000s. This Halo was Halo 3 Legendary Edition, maybe. Yeah, it was the Legendary Edition.
Oh, was it Halo 3? Okay. Yeah, it was.
Interesting.
Yeah, which here you couldn't put the helmet on. It was just there as a case to put the damn games in.
Oh, I'm thinking of the Fallout thing.
Oh yeah. Me too.
Yeah, That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
So it was is it Fallout 76 with the helmet?
No. Oh no, it's 70. Yeah, it is 76 with the helmet.
Oh, is it?
The Fallout 4 was the one with the
with the Pip-Boy, right?
The Pip-Boy, yeah.
Yeah.
You're supposed to like put your phone in and some shit, and it like straps to your wrist actually, or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then like I think it only worked with like iPhones or some shit, and not even like the Android phones. So I don't know. I think that's what happened, but it's like I don't know. It is hard to like kind of try to remember what ridiculous collector's editions that came to existence, but
this one was 300 because it came with the graphics card.
Oh, Crysis 2? Oh my god. Does it?
I mean, for $300 and with whatever graphics card is.
I mean, that's well, yeah. I mean, I guess it's because we just saw the Dante Collector's Edition thing. Yeah, I'm looking at it as like, okay, that seems fairly priced, but I don't know what kind of graphics card is that. That's my kind of question, and it's like, but it's kind of hard to say now. So, but I remember the meme or whatever, or it wasn't even called a meme, but the joke was if you ever get a PC, people ask, does it run Crysis or can it run Crysis?
Oh yeah,
because Crysis was such a game where like no one could run it, from what I ever learned. Because when I got my PC, my friend was telling me like a lot of shit with like graphics cards and shit, and he told me about Crysis, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember now. Like it never occurred to me, because I never had a PC, but when you brought it up, I'm like, yeah, I remember. That was like kind of like the joke for people who own PCs, because Crysis, no one was able to run it, so it was like very, very limited in terms of like what tech could run it, and that's why that question popped up. So
there's I found one. It's Dead Island, Riptide, and you can get yourself a pair of butt cheeks.
What?
What?
Yeah, it's a pair of butt cheeks, and there's a statue of a woman's torso, their titties and shit. It's all bloodied up, but it's that one's. I don't know how much that is, but it's pretty ridiculous too.
Butt cheeks.
Yeah.
I forgot about the Metal Gear Rising Revengeance Collector's Edition with the lamp.
If I can minimize this shit real quick and open up my chat, but I can't find the thing. I'll show it to you guys. Actually, no, I'll just do this.
But yeah, I mean, there are a lot of like awesome looking collector's editions.
Oh, of course,
and then
yeah.
There's ones that you question what the hell they were thinking.
Yeah, there. One comes to mind, I guess. I don't know if you can call it ridiculous or cool, but like, I remember Call of Duty during the old days always had like some sort of like some radical or some sort of like collector's edition. I remember one from Black Ops, where if you bought the collector's edition, you can actually have the RCXD, which basically is kind of like a remote control little car, and it had a camera on it, so you can like actually see on your controller like where like what it's seeing and shit. It was kind of like basically like the early day kind of drone. Now like a lot of people have like drones nowadays. But now like you have with this car, you can kind of see it.
Oh, it's a car.
It's a car.
Sorry.
It's a remote control car. But
I found the drone one.
oh, okay, that's in that one's in Black Ops 2. Yeah, that's the care package. Yeah. I remember that's
I
like.
think
What's up?
maybe this one.
Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Pretty much.
It looks so cute that you can find it at Toys R Us. Oh wait.
Hey, it's coming back, dude. It's Jeffrey's toy box.
Yep. We did talk about that last time. Let's see.
Oh.
Oh.
Hello.
I was trying to fix that shit.
Oh.
Don't mind me. I'm trying to fix this real quick.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Sorry.
Oh, there's the Resident Evil 7 one. Oh yeah, there's the USB finger. I kind of remember that. Yeah. Of course, there's always some sort of like art book that comes with it, and like yeah. I know. Ender, who's not here, he always buys like the fucking collector's editions for like Persona shit. And I'm like, dude, this is a bit much. But I understand he's very passionate about Persona games and shit, to the point where he just not double dips, but I think triple dips sometimes if it's kind of necessary for him. And there's some cool ones like the soundtracks, like a big old, I think like you get like a big old soundtrack collection or whatever, and like some sort of art book maybe. I think I think I'm probably spitballing it, but like you get a bunch of shit that involves with like music and visual shit, and like I don't know, it is cool, but I personally wouldn't spend that much money on a collector's edition like that.
Okay. I just found something. I found a collector's edition that's more expensive than the Dante jacket.
No way.
Dying Light collector's edition. My Apocalypse edition, I'm sorry.
Okay.
250,000 euros.
No way. No.
I'm dead serious.
No way.
My shit's busted right now, so I can't show you. But if you, I'll link you some shit.
Okay.
I was DM it, because I can't set my shit up.
Okay.
Here. Scroll to the bottom. 250 euros. 250,000 euros. I'm sorry. And there's the butt cheeks. I was.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
you'll see that. You'll see that on the top when you open it up.
Beautiful.
So, scroll to the bottom, and
okay, there's Riptide. Okay, Dying Light.
there it is, right there.
No! Oh my God!
Yeah.
No way!
Yeah. 2 Razer Tiamat headphones. That's a lot of money, by the way. Already. 4 signed steel Xbox One copies of Dying Light. We have human-sized volatile figurine. Branded night vision goggles. Adult diapers.
Oh yeah, it's for survival
okay.
purposes. Okay.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Is that in game? I don't know. Round trip to Techland party with Steve the Zombie Consultant, plus dominate our devs in a rig bed. I don't know what the fuck that says. It's too small. Fuck it.
In a
rig. It's just 250 million or 250,000 fucking euros.
Yeah.
Oh, your face is in the game too. By the way, you get your face in the game.
Ah, okay.
I would just send a picture of my butt cheeks. At that point.
Custom-built zombie-proof shelter provided by Tiger Log Cabins. What the hell, dude? You get like a fucking log cabin in your collector's edition? What kind of what? That okay?
Yeah,
that definitely tops it. That definitely tops it for like collector's editions that are fucking ridiculous. Man. Yeah, because it also says a trip to Poland. Yeah, because that's probably the dev thing.
Yeah.
But my goodness. My gosh.
Yeah. That's there you go.
That's the
Dying
most
Light wins.
Dying Light wins apparently of all things. That's I'm trying to think like how much money is that in dollars, but it's more than that. It's more than I'd imagine 300,000 because like I know it the dollar is worth less than fucking euros, so but in Australian dollars is $437,796. Like, my God, Jesus Christ.
Well, if it's 250, I think it may be close to 300,000. I don't think it would be exactly.
It's $286,526.
Yeah,
25 cents.
I thought. Yeah, I thought so.
Okay,
some shit like that.
That's with today's currency rate. So
yeah.
So
Yeah.
more or less, yeah.
So it's like, who has this money?
Yeah, my God.
And what is your profession? Are you a drug dealer?
I don't know. It's ridiculous. Let me look at the other shit too. Red Dead 2, EB Game exclusive. Oh, this is like Canada shit probably. Oh, that's comments. Never mind. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, there was
I remember that controller.
I remember that shit too.
Yeah, I do remember seeing that back in the day with the Resident Evil 4 chainsaw controller.
I think my friend bought it and it broke. Like literally, it broke.
Ouch.
And she's like, "Oh well."
Oh well.
What do you mean, "Oh well"?
Oh well, she says. Oh. Okay, yeah. Too bad it doesn't have like the price point, but we got the one for for Dying Light. So there you go. If you think Dante's jacket is ridiculous, then there you go. There's Dying Light to beat the fuck out of it by thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So there you go. So there's Dante's jacket. If anyone doesn't have any more word on it,
Don't buy it.
because I'm trying to think of like anything else besides conventions you're gonna wear it to, unless you won't just
A funeral? I don't know.
you wear black though. You don't wear red. That's like the opposite color that you want to.
Well, maybe V's jacket he'd wear it to a funeral.
I'll be.
V's you, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's pretty much it for the $8,000 Dante jacket that comes in that collection. But anyway, I'll still get the game itself, or deluxe edition, whatever. But definitely not the jacket. even though it's not coming to here in the
It's
U.S.
not worth, kids.
It's not worth it. Don't import it. Don't do it. My God. But I'm pretty sure someone will, and it's gonna
Yep.
hurt their wallet a lot. I wonder.
I mean, if they have the money to spare, go right ahead.
They'll probably do like some sort of loan or something from one of those like cash loan places. And I'm just
They're gonna just put mortgage on their
a
house.
mortgage on a jacket. My God, is that even a thing? Probably, but I don't know. I don't want to go into that anymore.
There is no-
There is now. Yeah, just for the Dante jacket, you got to put a mortgage on it.
I want this. Oh, okay.
they're in that money hole for a good couple of years, depending on their income. All right. Anyways, we can go on to this broken ass page of GameSpot. Yeah, I can't like. I don't know why it looks like this, but that's GameSpot for you. But I think this is the one that's talking about the older Pokemon they can bring in or something. Okay, yeah, so it is talking about the Switch game. So I think this will use the what do you call Pokemon Bank? There you go. Yeah. So it'll use the Pokemon Bank for the Pokemon Switch game. So that way, if you have it already for your 3DS games, and I think does it work with Pokemon Let's Go? Or no, not Let's Go. Pokemon Go. I don't know if that works with that, but
I don't think it does.
I think it will with. Let me see. Let's Go. Okay, they're trying to make it possible. Okay, so it's not confirmed yet, but it seems like it's gonna happen at some point. So, I don't see how it's impossible. But yeah, so you basically can bring in like a lot of the older Pokemon and shit to the new Pokemon Switch game. So that's kind of cool. So, anyone else kind of anticipating for the new Pokemon Switch game?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking kidding me? I need to show it already.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm tired about hearing about Splish Splash and fucking Pussy Smash, dude. I don't fucking care about
Flashy
Let's
Flash.
Go. Dude, this just sucks, man. Get this out of my face, dude. I want the new one.
Yeah, man. People are
I
gonna
deserve it.
people gonna do the twirly twirl with their finger to catch the Pokemon, just like on your phone. So
Look, listen. I've been playing Pokemon since 1999. Okay, so I'm entitled, and I deserve this new Pokemon game. I don't need this fucking Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. These little fucking pussy casuals don't even fucking know about fucking blue and red and shit. And how hardcore Pokemon. Can you believe people are fucking actually fucking acting like that shit, man? I was reading some shit about that. I'm derailing this a little bit. I'm a little peeved. Motherfuckers saying Pokemon was hardcore at one point. The fucking developer, Game Freak, saying Pokemon was a hardcore game at one point. For who? Most of us played the fuck out of it and were like god tier at it at 5. I was 5. All of my friends were fucking god level tier at it, and they were 5 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Who's it hardcore for? Infants? Like I don't know. Like how much lower can you go from a 5-year-old, like a group of 5-year-olds? And I'm not talking like just a select group of 5-year-olds. I mean, most 5-year-olds were fucking good as shit, beating the shit out of fucking the Elite Four, and like it was nothing.
Yeah.
To who? I don't know. That just is just a little tangent. I just want to go off because the lead developer of Game Freak is clearly disconnected from the game that he's presenting. But yeah, carry on. Yes, I'm pretty excited for the new Pokemon though. I don't know if I'm going to use the Pokemon Bank to transfer my my Pokemon, but yeah, that's cool. That's good that they're doing that.
Yeah, don't you have to
Pokemon Bank worth it?
Yeah, don't you have to like pay $5 for Pokemon Bank for a year or some shit? Isn't that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So what about you, Zordo? How are you feeling about the Pokemon Switch game? The new one, I mean, not the not the Let's Go Pikachu Eevee bullshit. The one next year.
Well, if it's an actual Pokemon game, I'm all for it.
Mm.
But if it's just gonna be a hidden, like hiding behind and sees, like, oh, just kidding, it's not really a new Pokemon game, but it's a Pokemon dungeon game. That's what you guys want.
Ugh, Jesus Christ!
I would go over to my friend's house, grab his Pokeball because I know he's gonna buy the damn Let's Go Eevee stuff, and throw it into traffic.
That's what I'm talking about. Fucking Hawks over here talking about like at E3, like, I might buy those. Those look good. I kind of want them.
I'm still buying it though. Come on, man.
I know you are. I know you're buying it.
Come on,
some
man.
reason.
But it comes with a Pokemon controller. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, dude, that's the only thing that's good for is showing up your asshole, dude. Like, I mean, come on, dude. Like, what are you? Why? Why at the end of your fucking your little Kit Kat bars you got little ball sacks, dude? Like, what other reason like is there for them? It's to show up your ass. They know that. Nintendo knows that, dude.
Oh yeah, they know.
Are you kidding me? Have you been seeing this shit they've been producing? Have you seen Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Fucking Bayonetta coming to fucking Nintendo.
Right.
They're catering to jerk offs, dude. It's Nintendo, man. They wanna sell these little Pokeballs so people just shove it up their buttholes while they're jerking off the fucking Pyra fucking porn and fucking Bowsette and shit. Like, I don't know, Bowsette they didn't make, but I mean, it's based off a Nintendo character, so you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of shit we're working with here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I take it that you guys aren't gonna get the Let's Go Eevee Pikachu game?
Nope.
I am very happy with my tight butthole. I don't have a reason to buy those controllers to stretch them out because I'm pretty content with my tight anus. But like, I don't care about those games because I don't. If I want a splishy splash, I'll go hop in the bathtub right now and fucking splish and splash. You know what I mean? I don't want to play this shit, dude. That's so stupid. Who thought these ideas? You know what? I'm bringing it back to the 5-year-olds beating the shit out of fucking Elite Four.
Yeah.
I guess this is the modern 5-year-olds in Japan are like, you know what? Make splishy splash. This is a good idea. This is what this game is targeting. 5-year-old, the current generation of 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
Which I guess is fine, but not for me.
Yeah.
But the controllers aren't for the 5-year-olds. Don't give them that. They don't need to know about that yet.
Right, because I don't think they need to know about the loosening up the other hole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No, none of that.
None of that. None of that. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Just wanted to bring that up for a bit. This was the interview for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, funny enough, but they tried to ask him like, oh, if do you have any information about the 2019 RPG, that's coming next year, and he just said sometime next year. Yeah,
I saw that. He's a piece of shit, dude.
Don't worry, kids, it's coming.
Junichi, dude. Junichi, I'm gonna hit you up, dog. You're a piece of shit, man. Like, you're trying to sell fucking these dildo fucking Switch fucking controllers, and then you're gonna fucking just turn around and be like, yeah, nah, sometime next year I'll show you the real game. Not this like game we've been working on for like fucking 2 months. The Splishy Splash. And these dildo controllers.
I mean, it's like people are like already saying, oh, it's gonna be Pokemon on easy mode.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about, because he's basically saying that it's gonna be because he's the one who said that this Let's Go Eevee shit is catering to casuals.
Yeah.
That's essentially what he's saying here.
Yeah.
And I don't think Pokemon was ever hardcore. ever.
Well, the point is, yeah, the whole point of Pokemon is that it's for everyone. It's not just for kids.
Oh
for
yeah,
everyone.
it's always been a
So I don't think hardcore shouldn't be like the term for for a game like this.
yeah. I don't know. It never was like it was always a casual JRPG. That's just what Pokemon's always been.
Yeah, much more simplified than something like I don't know, Final Fantasy VII or something. I don't know.
Just Final Fantasy in general,
Or Final Fantasy in general.
any JRPG.
Yeah.
Period. I think it's just more simplified.
Very simplified in comparison, because like if you look at like stuff like Tales of whatever, and like or like Xenoblade or
There's just a lot of systems in play.
Yeah.
And Pokemon is just you catch shit, train them, level them up, beat the shit out of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Van.
Whoa. All right, man.
What kind of Pokemon game?
I'm predicting that's what we're gonna get with that new Pokemon coming next year.
Okay.
Marry your Machoke is
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Mary Machoke, Gardevoir, a Gengar, you know.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I get you.
Marry Gengar. I know you like Gengar a lot, you know.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, if they ever did that, I think I'd just be like, I've lost faith in everything Nintendo, dude. I'd just be like, why? Why?
But yeah, he's been definitely saying that. Yeah, you know, looking at the kids that are playing nowadays and shit, like mobile games and all that. That's what he took into mind when, you know, developing Let's Go Pikachu Eevee. So, yeah.
I guess I don't know. I feel like that's a very loose demographic. I don't know that they're trying to cater to.
Yeah.
Because like kids who play mobile games, I don't know, like kids who play Clash of Clans and shit. Is that who he's trying to cater to? Is that what he's talking about? Because like I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know anything about Clash of Clans, but I mean I know. I'm telling you, dude, kids are good as fuck at video games. Do not be mistaken. They are fucking good as shit.
Yeah.
Like I was having this conversation with Ender the other day about Call of Duty. We are older now, and our reaction time is dog shit compared to when we were 14.
Oh yeah.
You know, and it's a reality of things, man. Kids are fucking like you look at these kids who are playing Fortnite. That's a prime example. Fortnite.
Yeah.
Kids who play Fortnite are pretty fucking good at it. And Fortnite's a fucking game that's, to be fair, is pretty fucking hard to play. Good, like on a high level, like it's fucking hard.
Right.
As much as the memes and fucking LOL, fucking Fortnite, you know, but no, it's a fucking hard game to actually be good at, and to get into. But you have those kids, which the majority of the demographic for Fortnite obviously is kids. So it's like you put that into perspective. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, Junichi Masuda?
Masuda,
fucking idiot. But like, come on. I don't know. I don't know what he's basing these numbers off of. It seems kind of very loose. I don't know if he's like dimming it down to Japan specifically.
I think that's probably it, but
that's kind of dumb because like Pokemon's huge in America as well.
Oh yeah.
So it's like you're gonna if you're gonna look at it from that perspective, you would lose a lot of money because that's probably not what people in the West want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't just cater like because especially if you're like Nintendo, where you have to cater to different demographics, especially like you're looking at shit from Japan, you got to look at shit from the West as well because a lot of people in the West play your games too.
Yeah.
So you can't just dim it down like that. That'd be dumb. But yeah.
Yeah. That is a good point there. But yeah, other than that, there's a lot of questions asked and stuff like that. But you know, the 2019 RPG, he just laughs and says sometime next year.
He's a bitch, dude. Junichi's a bitch, dude. I'm telling you, they beat his ass when he was in high school. I'm telling you. This is it right here.
This is
It's just all that. This is his revenge. Junichi, dude.
Fucking next year. That's all he's. That's all he said. Just next year, man. And then when it's actually next year, he's gonna be like, "Oh well, next year." And then year after year, he'll just say next year. But yeah, I think we can rest assured that we'll get the fun Pokemon game next year. But still, I'll be willing to give it a chance and see how it goes, and it'll be funny either way. I'll stream it and shit. Y'all can see how Let's Go Eevee Pikachu will be like. But anyways, there's another article regarding the Pokemon, and it's about why rivals in Pokemon aren't jerks anymore.
You've got to be kidding me, dude. Gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. First the Swishy Splash, now the rivals aren't assholes anymore? Like, what's the drive to fight them anymore? You know how good it felt? Just like, man, Gary's such a fucking piece of shit, dude. He's such an asshole. I can't wait to kick the fuck out of his fucking Charmander, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what is there to do it now? All right, friend, are you ready to battle with the power of friendship? Yeah. God damn it, dude.
Yeah, you want your rivals to be like Hau from Sun and Moon?
He sucked. He was the worst one. I loved when they were fucking dicks, man. It was just made it so much better when I fucking kicked their teeth in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Oh, rather their Pokemon, but they don't necessarily deserve it, but he does.
I mean, in red and blue, and I guess green, you did kill their Raticate.
True. Those were some dark times back in Pokemon. Pokemon used to be a very dark game. It was not for kids. That was the hardcore aspect of Junichi. Thank you for pointing that out. Now we know. You're just making a Butterfly and Sunshine fucking Pokemon game. That's it, dude.
So let me read off from Masuda, who answered the question as to why they aren't jerks anymore. And so here's a quote here. I think the biggest reason that rivals were more of a jerk in the early days is that we were just limited in what we could express with pixel graphics. There's not much.
What do you mean express?
Yes. Go ahead, Huck.
There's not much you can do with that kind of little sprite on the screen, so we worked harder to characterize them through dialogue and give them certain personalities. Alright, so here's the second part. Also, because it's just dialogue and there's not a whole lot going on the screen, and it doesn't give as harsh of an impression, even if they're jerks, I think. Now we have HD graphics and the visuals are much more impressive. If you also made him a jerk, the impression would be a lot stronger on players. Another thing, just my own personal take, is that it feels that people with those kind of personalities these days are not just as accepted by players as they were back then.
Junichi, dude. You know what? He's being honest. That last sentence there is the real reason why they're not jerks anymore.
Right.
Not the expression shit.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Let me tell you something. Pixel games back in the day, with that, even with Final Fantasy games and shit that were just in the same format, it's all imagination. It's all imagination and perspective how you think the characters are behaving in this scene.
Yeah.
Okay? It's like reading a book. It's more like reading a book as comparison to watching a movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, as far as the last sentence, that's the real reason.
Right.
That's really why it is. Because people can't deal with it. Look, it's a video game. Okay? It's not real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like I said, you know why I like the jerk attitude shit? Because when you beat their ass, it felt even better.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's just it. Now what? I'm beating the shit out of some nice guy? That's fucked up. What are you trying to teach kids nowadays? Beat the shit out of nice people? That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
That's a little trolly there, but I don't know. That's God. I just my whole thing is just better not translate into the new one. Like, stop catering to pussies. That's my take on it. Stop catering to pussies.
Mm-hmm.
Look, not everybody cares about that shit. And a lot of people, too, who actually have that perspective on life about fucking not liking jerks and shit, they'll still play these games and be fine with it because they know it's not real.
Yeah.
Like, anybody with a fucking brain knows that it's not real, so it's not really going to affect you on a level of actually having interaction with a real person who's a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
You know? Very different. So, I don't know. That's stupid.
Right.
That's stupid as fuck.
Zuarla, did you have anything to say about that?
No, I mean, I agree.
Right.
Stop catering to pussies and just make the damn game. I want to see jerks in my fucking game so I can, you know, be satisfied that I kill them or kick their ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But again, since it's Pokemon, then it's like, oh, I'm sorry we had to kill your Pokemon, but, you know, it was your fault. You caused this.
Right.
But,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
oh no. Pretty much whatever. Everything's been said just now.
Right. Yeah. It's just the age of today of, you know, the whole like being offended kind of shit. That happens online. And especially like some places like Twitter and all that, where they kind of just go on a rant about like whatever fucking bullshit that they want to rant about. And that unfortunately comes out 10 times as loud as someone who would say, oh, I love this, or I love, you know, this and that, but for some reason that gets overshadowed by the, you know, that one motherfucker that's like complaining about this specific thing that
the thick bags on the Blizzard forums.
Right. Yeah, but back on the thing, it's like that one comment gets, you know, blown up because it's like, you know, people kind of veer towards like people being angry and shit, like, you know, especially with like back in the day where you know, on YouTube people watch the angry video game nerd because it's funny and shit and whatever, like, right? And reading all those like angry comments about whatever fucking game, you know, let's just say WoW, for example, it's like it's entertaining, but unfortunately it has the effect of like, you know, making developers think, oh, you know, this probably, you know, we should probably take this into consideration just because, you know, everyone's talking about it, or a lot of people are talking about it just because it's, you know, an angry comment towards this mechanic or whatever the fuck they're complaining about, and that causes like a misinterpretation or misunderstanding, like, oh, maybe that's what they want to see or something. So that's why
WoW developers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's why a lot of things like that happen with, like, you know, probably like movies, but especially I think it's more common with like video games as of right now, but I'm pretty sure a lot is like that everywhere else. You know, I'll probably say like something like music, or like even like, you know, or you know, movies, of course, or TV shows and shit. Like, we're not seeing a whole lot of you know, people being jerks or you know, asshole kind of characters or anything like that, just because they don't want to, you know, break those eggshells on the fucking floor, because people are very, you know, sensitive about that shit nowadays, or a lot of them anyway. Or there's just more people on the internet nowadays just ranting and being, you know, fucking pussies or whatever. So it's just...
Let me say this.
Yeah.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
For game developers,
mm-hmm.
if you cut out specific tropes of characters because people are going to be offended by it, your games are going to be bland as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. Because how much? I mean, of course, this could go same for the same of these tropes. I mean, the rival thing with them being jerks. That could get old after a while. If he were to say that, then sure, I could understand that. I could understand that perspective because they've been doing it for a while and they want to try something new. But it's pretty clear why they're doing it.
Right.
I've been pretty honest, pretty blunt about it. I can respect you for that, Junichi.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's his name. I forgot it.
Yeah, Junichi,
Junichi. But when you take out the rival characters being jerks and having a nice one, if you continue that, and just games in general, if they continue to take out these characters who cause conflict in a manner that would offend you, then games are just going to be boring. Like, we love to hate asshole characters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, good villains, like, say, for example, Far Cry, right? Far Cry 3.
Yes.
People love that villain. Why? Because he was a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why do people like Sephiroth? He's a fucking piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? People love... Well, he was a badass too, but I guess a better example would be Kefka. Kefka is an asshole, right? But fucking people love him. Why? Because he's a fucking asshole. People love assholes.
Yeah. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got him. But yeah, I mean, it just happens. I mean, granted, even too, if it's catered for kids, I think it's also kind of damaging to not introduce kids to people with personalities like that.
Yeah.
Especially even if it's in a video game, if it's just as lenient as that. If you don't introduce kids to people who behave that way, and they actually will, trust me, they will, encounter people like that in real life, and they don't know what to really do about it.
Mm-hmm.
They won't expect it, and it'd be more damaging, I think.
It really hinders that person's perspective. Like, if you're just gonna keep playing all these like sterile ass fucking games like that, or just consume sterile media, we're just gonna at one point be just not used to, like we wouldn't know what to do if, like you said, like this person who's like, an asshole, like we encounter them in real life, like we don't really know what to do, or we don't know what to think of it, or like anything, because we don't like let ourselves, try to understand the negativity that comes from characters, because just because we don't see them, if this is gonna keep going, like it'll just, we're not gonna be, or people aren't gonna be ready for that. You know what I mean? Or they're gonna have just the wrong perspective and shit, and just I don't know. They're not gonna learn. They're not gonna be as open minded and stuff, or they're just gonna be just stuck in this this like dumb utopia. Does that make sense? Like,
it's yes. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's a false
a false kind of world. You're like, go ahead.
It's a censored world.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Everything's censored. So like they live in a bubble. That's what it is. I like to say people either live in a bubble, or I like to say that they live in an echo chamber.
Yeah.
And when that bubble pops, you won't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, granted, it can translate to video games. My thing is too, so people don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Or the point I said. Primarily, kids play Pokemon, right, or they will. I mean, I was introduced to it. I'm sure everybody who's probably listening now, or people I'm in here with currently, we started at a very young age when we were adolescents. And like for me, for example, I was 5 years old. I didn't really obviously I didn't interact with people yet because I'm fucking 5 years old.
Yeah.
So seeing that now, this just works for me specifically. So obviously seeing characters like this in video games, I kind of like, okay, these people do exist, like this is a thing, you know. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, but I think it is something, because I know there are a lot of kids who do play Pokemon at a very young age like that, and it kind of shows them that. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of dynamics to the point. But,
I also feel like people or characters in just stories in general, like depending on what kind of characters you write, I feel like you need to like have one that's like the opposite of the other. So it's kind of like the effect of like enhancing
protagonist and an antagonist.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Like absolutely. Like you can't just have like, you know, two protagonists and then, you know, well, sometimes it kind of works, like for example, like I guess Toy Story or something, because like it's really about like Woody and Buzz kind of overcoming their own differences and stuff, and they're like, you know, trying to get, you know, just to understand each other and stuff like that. That's like that's one story you can tell, but like when you're introducing these kind of like stories like that involves like competition, then that's where it kind of, you know, gets either boring or just like you know, like I don't know, it just doesn't really raise the stakes or the competitive nature of that story. It's just you know, like
what's the competition like, especially too, like you look at the aspect of it, it's like you have like shonen anime, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what Pokemon is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It has been since the beginning, even in the games.
Yeah.
Like there always is that character. It's a big trope in shonens. Is there's the main character, and then they have their rival.
Yeah.
The rival could be their best friend.
Right. Yeah.
But they're still rivals, and they still treat each other in a specific manner where it's kind of like kind of how Gary and Ash are towards each other.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's it right there. It's how Gary and Ash are towards each other. You know, smell you later. Shit like that. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of how it has to be. Like, if you don't do it, it's just kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just one of those things. But yeah, also too, I will say this. I said this in the last podcast. I don't fucking like censorship. I don't. And because the reasoning behind this is censorship, I don't like it.
Right.
I think it's stupid. So that's just me.
Right. Yeah. It just, you know, it's kind of like think of it as like, you know, when you're making cookies and you have sugar, but you introduce some salt in it, but the salt actually enhances the sugar. So it's like what you're doing with the character is you have that other character to enhance the other character, to like kind of give him like that push to make him develop further and stuff like that. It's, you know, it's kind of like the whole thing with like Batman and the Joker, you know, like why is this whole Batman thing like really interesting? It's because of probably Joker. I feel like Joker and the other villains make the other half of what makes Batman as a series like great. You know, what the hell is Batman without fucking villains? He's just a dude running around with the fucking cape at night. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's just he's just I don't even call him Batman. He's just fucking Bruce Wayne being a fucking weirdo. You know, it's I don't know. It just
then in that retrospect, then you could say that if there was no villains for Batman, then he is his own villain.
I guess, but what like just, I don't know, what is he gonna fight? You know what I mean? Like, is he trying to get over the death of his parents, or trying to find the person who killed his parents? I don't know, man. It's just
I'm gonna find little boys and train them.
Oh god. True. True. He does it every time.
Yeah.
He does it every time.
Yeah.
With the help of my butler, Alfred.
Yeah. Like, also, like, you know, let's talk about one of the most like recent and big things that came out of entertainment history, which is like Thanos. Why is Thanos so great? Because he's a fucking like he is such a villain. You know what I mean? Like he he wants to eradicate half of the universe because it's, you know, overpopulating, and you know, a lot of planets can't provide the resources for its people because, you know, we're overpopulating, and then Thanos came up with, he always followed the ideology of, let's get rid of the universe so that way people don't starve. And people, his people thought he was crazy, and he still stuck with it, and, and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to, go any further before I accidentally spoil anything, but, like, the point being, you really need these, like, characters with these, really, radical and just, like, just these, you just need villains in general. Like, that's why, I always look forward to a lot of stories with, the villains. Like, I always, like, especially, like, stuff like One Piece or whatever the fuck, the villains are always, like, really cool. You know what I mean? I always look forward to them, because, there's always, like, new villains coming up, and, like, because the protagonist always beats the fuck out of them at some point, and you're not going to see them for a while, or whatever story, or whatever happens to them. So there's always going to be different villains, and they're always going to have, like, different ideologies and shit, and that's always, like, really interesting, besides,
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're talking about One Piece, I mean, you look at, like, people like Doflamingo. Like, Doflamingo is a fucking asshole.
Oh, yeah.
He has, like, no redeeming features to make him, like, good.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a straight up piece of shit. He was born a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Yeah.
Just characters like him. Like, he just does whatever he wants and tries to do anything for himself. Everything's all about him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, personal gain.
Personal gain.
Yeah.
It's just, there's no cut and dry shit. He was just born an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in his life caused him to be like this. He's just an asshole. He was just born an asshole, and he's just an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's just stuff like that. Like, I mean, One Piece always does that too. Is One Piece always makes you kind of feel for their villains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. To me, it's bad writing too, when you write off characters because of this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or write off this specific thing because of this. And to me, that's just shitty writing.
Yeah.
I think if you're gonna write something and you're scared about fucking upsetting people, then don't write. Like, just don't do it.
Yeah.
Because you're not fully expressing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you're not fully expressing yourself, then nobody cares.
Right.
Like, that's just the reality of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. That's just my take on it.
Yeah.
I just think that people shouldn't feel like, when it comes to art, they shouldn't feel tied down by anything.
Yeah.
They should just do whatever they want.
Yep.
Now, of course, you want to write a PC story about something, then sure, if that's what you're inspired to do, then do it. But if it's a second thought where you're concerned about how people feel about it, then don't do it. It's just not genuine at that point.
It brings the question of, like, why are certain, like, books popular too? Because they're really dark, they're really, like, graphic. Well, since that, like, in your imagination, it's like, damn, this happened, that kind of thing. Like,
well, I don't think it's specifically inherently because it's dark.
Yeah.
I think it's because I think it's a part of what's going on. Like,
right.
If you look at Harry Potter, there's a lot of dark shit in Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's because of things leading to this, that, and the other. I think is what it is, and just so happens that dark shit's involved.
Right.
And I don't mean, like, witchcraft dark. I'm talking, like, some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, you look at Berserk too. Berserk is popular, and it's really fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that would cause any fucking person who's PC to fucking lose their goddamn mind. I mean, they're doing it with Goblin Slayer, which is also in the same ball field as Berserk.
Oh, yeah.
You know? At least the manga was. I watched the first episode. I was just kind of like, okay.
Okay, if we're gonna talk about Goblin Slayer, I'll wait.
Okay.
So we can go into a.
Yeah, I think
that's fine. Yeah, we can break it later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just for example, you have shit like that. I don't know anything about Goblin Slayer. I've never read into it. It's pretty new to me. I'd never heard of it until recently.
Mm-hmm.
But Yeah, I mean, just shit like that. Like, I don't know. I know that there's a thing for everybody, and I think that's the important thing too. Is like there's something for everybody, but I feel maybe too if it really needs to come down to, if it really does, which I don't think it really needs to, the disclaimers, I guess, I don't know, but I feel the fact that having this ideology, just kind of going off into another fucking topic, but I mean, we don't have much to talk about anyways in the docket, so it's fine. Breaking the fourth wall here.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know. I think we just need to fucking people just need not to worry about fucking if this is going to offend somebody or not. I think when people are going to start writing with that in mind, I think that just ruins things. I don't know. I don't think anybody should really write any games or stories or whatever the fuck with like, oh, is this going to piss someone off in mind? Like, that's just kind of, who gives a shit?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Just do it. If this is what you want to do, then do it. Like, if it's too offensive, then I don't know. Like, just say fuck it. Who cares? You know? At the end of the day, it's like people are gonna like it.
If we, if all this is like, keeps going and shit, I feel like everything is gonna feel like watching a slice of life, kind of like, sort of anime. You know what I mean? Like, it's very like kind of happy, like like but no boobies, no boobs, no butt, like no anything of that sort. Very sterile, like just.
I don't want that guy's personality.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Everyone's like, everyone's everyone's smiling, like, like I don't know. It would just feel that way. I feel if
it's not real. That's just what it all comes down to. Yeah. Is basically what I'm saying is like, if we're gonna start writing stories that are catering to people that like get offended by shit, then it's just not real. Like, it's just not real, because there's a whole dynamic to human emotions, and human beings have a shitty side to them. Yeah. And if we don't convey that in an art form, then it's not real.
Right.
That's just how I feel.
Yeah.
But we just have to. I think villains exist because they're a personification of like a shitty side of human beings. That's just what they are. And if we don't personify that and give that light, then like we can't reflect on human nature. You know what I mean? I'm getting a little deep here, but that's just how I feel. I don't know. Fucking. That's just it.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah. Well, I think we can definitely move on from that. That all came from Pokemon, by the way.
Hey, I'm serious when it comes to Pokemon, dude. Don't. That's the first game I ever played.
Yeah. True.
Right. So. It means a lot to me.
Yeah.
You PC culture.
Yeah. I can definitely say, Pokemon is one of my first games that I ever got my hands on. But anyways, we'll talk about a game for a little bit, at least, that came out very recently, and it's a fighting game called Soul Calibur 6. Yeah, that finally came out for good old October, or Broketober. So, Arlo, you wanted to talk about some things, and go right ahead, man. How you feel about the game?
I'm going to hell.
and why is that?
Create a character gives too much power to those with imaginations.
Right. Meanwhile, people who go on character creation don't give a fuck about people, so they're gonna do something that they want to do, and they don't care whether it offends people or not. So
big old dicks, dude.
big old dicks on lizard men. I don't know.
I mean, isn't that why the disclaimer thingy is when you accept it in the first at first?
I think so. Yeah. I think part of the disclaimer is the character creation.
They have no you know, it's all no holds bar. What you see is not in our power to
Right.
to deal with. Good luck.
Yeah.
And it's like, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But how do you have you actually played the game? That's what I'm trying to ask too.
So far, playing the game, I'm doing the Libra of Souls, the one you make a custom character.
Oh,
and
okay,
you
okay.
just-
I haven't touched that yet, so
Yeah.
yeah. If you can kind of summarize how the experience is, like,
I guess you're just going through the Soul Calibur timeline
okay.
as your own character and just seeing how the world is shaped.
Mm-hmm.
Then I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but apparently a lot of people are saying that to get more custom parts, you go through Libros.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
So I'm trying to debunk this theory.
Okay. Okay. All right. Anything else like what characters you are playing with right now, and you know the whole labbing experience?
Oh, Ivy.
Okay.
She's been my baby girl since 2.
Okay. Yeah. Was that was that the first Soul Calibur that you got your hands on, or?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So you come from 2, like a lot of people. Yeah.
What about you?
So for me, well, let's see. Well, I come from playing Soul Edge, which is like the older one, but I played that in the arcade. But the first one I've ever owned and had my hands on was Soul Calibur 2, of course. You know, just like a lot of people, and I had a lot of fun with that. And I feel like this is pretty close. It's a pretty good attempt of trying to make it like 2, but you know, keep it fresh at the same time, sort of. So you know, it's for the sake of the new generation. And I think so. You know, so far, it's pretty good. Like I really do like it more than enough to you know keep playing it. And it's a pretty on its own. It's a pretty good weapon fighter, and I love the movement and stuff like that, the mobility and the actual fighting and stuff, the visual effects and like the hit effects and all that stuff. You know, obviously it's a very beautiful game. Like, good lord, those graphics. Like, even back in the day, like when I think it started with like 4, I'm like, dang, this is a good looking game. And then 5, I was like, whoa, you know. And then definitely this game is still blowing me away with those graphics. And their critical edges are pretty cool for a number of characters. I do like Nightmares though. I think he's probably the top one because he's pretty badass. Like, he rides on that horse and just slashes the fuck out of anyone. It looks really cool the way they like have like the cinematography and shit, like the camera angles and all that stuff. It just looks fucking sick. So I do have a lot of fun with Nightmare right now, but I did mess around with Cervantes quite a bit, and he seems fun. So whenever I get the chance to play online myself, which I haven't done also just yet, I'll try to pick both Nightmare and Cervantes and give him a go.
And hit me up.
Yeah. For sure. Now, when it comes to character creation, it's more or less kind of like 5. I wouldn't say it's better, but there are some options where it's really neat. You can like change the color of your the weapon like After Effect trail thing. Like whenever you like swing your weapon, it like kind of gives off some sort of color, and you can like edit that part, which is kind of cool. Some areas of character creation are better, but I just feel like it just needs more. It just needs more parts to it, and I'm pretty damn sure they'll do that with the season pass and all that, which I did get myself right away. Yeah. So I'm definitely more ready for more parts. Like I've already made characters like Gilgamesh from Fate and Ku Alter and Heracles and M. Bison from Street Fighter and stuff like that. So I'm having fun with it. I'm pretty damn sure a lot of people are just. I'm pretty sure there are people out there that buy games like this just for the character creator, and I do not blame them, because it could get pretty addicting trying to make hundreds of characters that you like and put them into a video game like this and have it kind of like come to life sort of thing. And it's a nice feel to it. It is a nice feeling. So that's why people keep doing it. So just wish for more. And some of the rotation tools can use some work too. That's one of my bigger complaints too about that. I don't know. I can't like really explain specifically, but like just some of the controls on like rotating and stuff like that, moving the parts around, like trying to I wish I had a couple more options, like warping the shape of like this tattoo or this like image or this color or something like that, or the shape even and stuff like that. Or I don't know. I'm just this is all like first impressions though. Otherwise, like, I do like it though. It's not any worse than 5 for sure. It's it's good. It's better in some areas, but some other areas could still use some work. So it has definitely have room for improvement. So yeah.
I mean,
go ahead.
Sorry, because like there are some parts in the customization. It's so fun to do. Like once you get the hang of the wonky controls, as you said with the rotation, there's like some other parts like they limit you so badly.
Yeah,
like the Lizardman base model. You can only do, I believe, head, waist, arms, and legs. That's it.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, well, I remember back in the day of 4 and 5, you had access to everything. So it's like, why is Lizardman the special character that he's limited to do it?
Right.
Are you saying you want naked lizards running around? I mean, I'm all for it.
Of course.
But, let me have my clothing on him first.
Right. You did remind me of something, and like I feel like some of the races or classes that you can like pick and stuff like that, they really limit you down to like what kind of skin color you can pick too. Like I remember like the color palette thing is like a lot more limited for certain like character classes or types and whatever. I'm just like, really? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just, why not? Like, well, it's a fucking character creating thing. Like, it's already gonna look ridiculous as is. So might as well give us the freedom to like make them really just stand out as much as possible. Like, make our, I don't know, what was it, like Malfested, like with just like regular flesh color. Why don't you? Because like, you only limit to like these like with these like pale weird looking colors or whatever from what I can remember. I don't know, just let's just like open up the gates for like, colors, like just let us color our characters how we want and stuff like that. So, and yeah, and like I said, of course people wish for more parts. That's like a very common complaint. So that's really I would say like a minor complaint, just more parts. It's like asking more food for a fucking all-you-can-eat buffet. It's like, of course you want more food, like, like that's what people are gonna ask. But there are still, like I said, there's still things that people they need to. I wish they would improve on, which is like some of the controls and stuff like that, and maybe work on the put more backgrounds in there too, or something like that for the pictures or the profile picture of your character or something, or like. But yeah, I would say just try to fix up the controls a bit and offer some more options and stuff like that for some of the other character types. So that's all I can say. Yeah.
But I guess because with the season pass, we just gotta wait till whenever that armor, the first armor set, launches.
Right.
All we have at the moment is Tira.
Right. Yeah. At the moment, we only have Tira. I hope that they give us a good amount of parts. I think they did with 5. I think because I think one thing I can remember from 5 is that they offered the parts from King, of the Tekken series. Like he had King's head, he had his like shin guards and stuff like that, his boots or whatever, and like his pants and like whatever. Like I thought that was really cool whenever that first came out. And but at least they let you use Gerald's style for your character, which is like really new because they didn't really let you do that for the previous games. So at least they
Yeah.
did that. So that's nice.
I mean, if they did allow that in 4, there will be a lot of Yodas running around.
True, very true. But still, at least it's nice that they were able to do it with this because Geralt is pretty standard for the most part. Like, and speaking of which, have you messed around with Geralt at all?
Nope, just use them as the weapon base.
Right. The base
For my
base for your character.
Never played as him yet.
Right.
So I can't say.
Yeah, I think he's interesting. Even from like watching him being played in tournaments, like I know Sonic Fox picks him like a number of times now, and I think his gameplay is pretty interesting enough. Like he has his magic and stuff like that. Like he can like set up the time trap thing, and like he has the flame, like that the flame magic move or whatever, and he has that move where if you spend a meter, you can just like push him away like really fast. Like it's kind of like one of those like get off me sort of moves too. So I think that's kind of neat. His throw animations are really interesting. Like it's really cool to look at for what kind of character he is. Like it's pretty cool. Like the way they like do the camera angles and stuff like that. If you mess around with him, I would like check out his throws first because it's pretty cool. Like even though he's like pretty otherwise kind of normal in comparison to like other characters too. So, but yeah, for the most part, I think it's a good looking game. I think they did a good job. Make the characters kind of look new, but like kind of still keep them, how we see them, from previous games too. Kind of new but familiar sort of approach. And hopefully we see more characters in there from past games or brand new characters or guest characters. So it'll be interesting to see what they'll do with the roster for the future. And
Bayonetta plus Soul Calibur 6.
Oh man, we're gonna have the guns character too. That'd be kind of interesting to see a gunner sort of character in Soul Calibur besides Cervantes.
Yeah, I was about to say we technically do, but
well, he's
not.
he's just more swords and guns, or he just has that one gun on his sword, what I mean? So it'll be it'll be interesting to see like how a gunner would do in a Soul Calibur game like especially like this, since we have like the soul charge and the critical edge and stuff like that. I like to see what kind of critical edge they would do, but yeah, we'll definitely see. Maybe we'll see maybe a Tekken character, I don't know, or some sort of like I don't know. It's hard to say what they'll do with it because it's been relatively random for the most part for what they do with the guest characters. Because who would have fucking thought they would put Darth Vader and Yoda of all people in Soul Calibur? You know what I mean? So it's really hard to say of what they'll do. You never know. But anyways, I think that's for the most part it. I haven't messed around with any other modes. I haven't played online just yet. I haven't played the single player modes just yet. I'm kind of saving that for a let's play, and I don't know what myself and Intergamma will do exactly. So that's why I'm kind of holding it off for now. So, but otherwise, yeah, those are my first impressions. I think it's a solid all around fighting game and stuff like that. Other than the arcade mode kind of being underwhelming because all you get is 100 soul points or something, which is kind of low, But
yeah, you're supposed to farm the other stuff.
The other single player modes, got it. Yeah, I figured so. So but damn, it looks like they put more time into the two other modes. But anyways, that's my first impressions. What about you? You have anything else to say?
Not really, because what they did on some of the characters was really good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The control scheme is fun.
Yeah.
Though Ivy's stupid command grab is still stupid to pull off.
There are it is so clever. There are ridiculous things, just like other fighting games too. It has its own quirks and very ridiculous things, that very dirty things that you can do in that game, like all the wall tech or like the ring out stuff that you can do with certain characters, and and also like the goofy stuff, like how certain moves can ring you out as well if you're not careful. So like Cervantes or Astro's fucking reversal edge B, if you land it, like, my goodness, you'll throw your ass off the ring if you're not careful. I think you have to like set off certain parameters before that happens, but it's pretty ridiculous when it happens. You just
can't Taki like jump out of the ring or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if you're not careful, you can jump yourself out of the ring as Taki, or Cervantes, if you use too much of his quote unquote Psycho Crusher, if you're not careful, you just fly off the fucking ring. So it's like, yeah. It's sort of like Smash at to some extent too, because stages play a big part of the fighting game. So it's not only like matchups with certain characters versus other characters, but with stages as well, because of how big the ring is, how it's shaped, whether they have walls or not, on whatever side or all sides or whatever. So it's a pretty deep fighting game, if you want to go any deeper. So it's pretty accessible, because you can just hit buttons and do a lot of damage from like a couple of hits. So you don't really need like learn combos to have fun. But if you want to, yes, there are combos, and there are some disgusting stuff if you want to bring them out and stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, that's Soul Calibur 6. Hope to see more things for in the future. So anyways, I think there's some games that we are kind of looking forward to for November. As I said, for myself, I am for the most part still excited for the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee/Pikachu. I am getting the Eevee version because I feel like Pikachu has enough spotlight, and I do like Eevee a lot. And
yeah, fuck you, Pikachu. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
No one likes you.
Fuck you, Pikachu.
Maybe that's the next game for next year. Fuck
you, Pikachu. Is that the 2019?
Fuck you, Pikachu. Fuck you, Eevee.
Fuck yeah. yeah. That's the 2019 title or whatever. That fuck you, Pikachu, because Nintendo don't give a fuck about.
True, dude. That's what I wanted to be.
Yeah, because you know how fucking Nintendo has Senran Kagura Reflections, and yet we were talking about this, I think, last episode with the whole censorship shit.
Oh, okay. That's where PS4 is like Senran Kagura, fuck your titties. Okay.
Yeah. You don't need titties, and then Nintendo's like, yeah, you can have these titties, dude. You can slap them around and slap their ass and shit, in Reflections, and
here's this device that massages her.
yeah. Oh yeah. You can feel the HD rumble and stuff while you're at it. But yeah, that
you just question what the hell are you doing, Nintendo?
I don't know. It's funny of how like things are kind of going in reverse. Like PS4 being more family friendly, and then Nintendo's like being more open and shit, and and meanwhile PS4 is still like, I don't know if we'll do crossplay and stuff still, and then Nintendo's like, go crossplay that Minecraft and all that bullshit with your friends and shit. So,
look, dude, it's just the reality of things. Look at the new console. It's called Nintendo Switch. Why? Because they're switching it up, dude.
Yeah.
It ain't because of the way the console works. Because they're switching it up, dude.
Yeah.
They got Bayonetta. They got Xenoblade. They got Senran Kagura, dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they got some boobies. They got some porn games on there. They got some shit going on, dude.
They have Red Glasses Girl for $5 on the Nintendo eShop, for crying out loud.
Yeah, dude, you can talk to her, man.
Yeah.
Who's Red Glasses Girl? nobody probably really knows outside of the people in fucking the Virtually Offensive. That's just the reality of things.
Yeah. I think maybe if you look up on Twitter, just Red Glasses Girl, maybe she'll pop up, but...
Because like, what, Aries something, Katami or some shit, I think that's her name. But, like, fucking, I wouldn't have known or given a shit about that if I didn't know who she was.
Right.
If I didn't know who she was, it would have been like, oh, what the hell? She's got a game? Just be like, oh, it's a porn game on fucking Nintendo or Switch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and then meanwhile, the Steam version of Saren Kagura, whatever the fucking game is called, is it Burst or whatever it's called? I don't know. That's gonna be all. It's like the uncensored or original version, and yeah. So if you want all the content in there, then go get the Steam version, I guess. So, but yeah. Anyways, anyone anticipating any games for November? Because I know there's Spyro? Oh yeah, that's right. Spyro's coming out. Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Oh, Darksiders 3. Did you guys remember that game? Remember they announced Darksiders 3?
Oh my god.
That's apparently coming out in November.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah. Darksiders 3.
I did not know that.
November. I didn't either. I don't think anybody does because nobody cares.
No one really talked about it. Like, there's no like gameplay video or.
Well, there is.
I mean, like, there hasn't been any more since that one from.
They're not published. They're not doing a good job, Mark.
Yeah.
That's what I think. It's gonna be a Titanfall 2.
Oh probably. Man.
Maybe, I don't know, because like the way the game looks, it looks very low budget.
Ooh.
I think, but just the way the character animations are and the combat just looks very low budget to me.
Okay.
I don't know. Visually, no, but I don't know. Animations just look very low budget. I don't know.
Right.
That's just my take on it. But yeah, that's apparently coming out in November.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because I just actually looked up everything that's coming out in November because I completely forgot.
Yeah.
What else is coming out besides Spyro?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got that and.
Fallout 76.
I want to play the beta first.
Yeah.
Before I decide about getting that. I'm not excited for it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this first. I should have said that. I should have said this first in the podcast. But I will be gone to Japan. For those who don't know already, for a week. So by the time this episode is out, or by the time you guys are listening to this, I'll probably be gone then. And then, so that means there'll be no episode following that. So, but yeah, well, of course, once I come back, we'll try to go back to the regular schedule. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, Fallout 76. The beta. I don't know if I'm going to make it for that. So I really can't say if I'm going to play the beta. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, let me know how it is, and maybe I'll base off that from there. I don't know.
I've heard some things, and I'm just kind of like, this kind of sounds like a Sea of Thieves situation.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. You want to like, sort of.
I want to see it for myself.
Yeah.
But, well, then again, no, I did play the beta first. Well, Sea of Thieves was a little different because Sea of Thieves, I rented it technically.
Yeah.
I didn't buy it. I just used the Xbox thing that they had for it.
Oh yeah, the Game Pass or whatever.
The Game Pass, that's what it was. And I'm just glad I didn't fucking buy it. But I don't know, with Fallout 76, I just kind of was very just on the fence about it. Oh yeah, Farming Simulator 19 is another game I've been so excited for so long. Shit, dude. I'm a big fan of Farming Simulator series. It's probably one of my all-time favorite series.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, of all time. It's just that's there. I didn't know that was coming out in November. That's pretty cool.
I wonder what's gonna be in that game.
I'm hoping they expand on the the tractor customization. That's my favorite aspect of the game is tractor customization.
Right.
Yeah,
what about the animals though? We have animals on farms, so do they simulate?
True. Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when you're farming, there's different kinds of farms. know, you got your animal farms, and you got your crops, and you got your weed farms.
Yeah.
I like to make weed farms.
Right.
And I also like to make dog farms, so I can herd them into a once area, so they all can be put into a blender. Yeah, suck my dick.
Oh, okay, all right.
I don't condone abusing dogs. I just don't like them. That's just. I'll just let me clarify that. I just don't like them. But anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really know. There's a lot of things here that I've never even heard of.
Right.
I didn't even know these games existed.
Oh yeah.
That's Spyro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What about you, Zordo?
Yeah. What about you?
Well, November, I guess the only thing I'm looking at is Fallout, and then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Not getting Pokemans.
Right. There's a Civilization 6 for the Switch.
And my money.
Yeah. And there's Katamari Damacy Reroll for the Switch and PC. And then
dude, how many times are they gonna re-release that game?
I don't know. They're gonna re-roll it however many times they want.
I've seen that fucking game get re-released on in every generation, dude.
There's no true sequel. It's always a fucking re-release.
It's just a re-release of the first game.
Yeah.
Let's make a new one.
Right? With
too hard.
Oh my god. A game like that is probably too hard to develop. In comparison to the other games that we're looking at here, but there's Hitman 2. There's Overkill's The Walking Dead. Oh wait, I think that was the one I saw at on E3 and stuff like that. I think Afro Domo was kind of telling me about, but I think let's see. Oh, there's Diablo 3 for the Switch.
Oh yeah, what was the tagline? Open the gates of hell on your Switch.
Dude, Reggie died. Okay. Reggie died. Diablo killed Reggie, guys. I don't know, man. That's such a hard topic to talk about. Man. I really respect Reggie. The fact that Diablo killed him just kind of upsets me.
He died for Diablo, man.
He died for Diablo 3 to come out on the Switch. That's just the reality of things. Yeah, that's coming out apparently, and hopefully, Blizzard announces the new one in the same month, because in the same month is also BlizzCon.
Yeah.
So please announce it. Stop porting Diablo 3 to every fucking console known to man. This isn't Skyrim,
Right.
Like, hook a brother up. Give me Diablo 4. I don't care.
Yeah. When it comes to Spyro, I did express kind of early excitement, but I'm kind of slightly less excited for it. But I'll put it on the back burner for now. And
Spyro?
For Spyro, yeah. I know it's $40 and all, but I don't know. I can I feel like I'm not in a rush to play it, so I'll probably play it maybe in December-ish, because I don't think I'm.
I'll remind you every month to buy it. Don't worry.
What's up?
I'll remind you every month to buy it. Don't worry.
Oh god. like in the past, you've reminded me to watch Psycho Pass, which I haven't still finished yet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, let me tell you, dude. Spyro. Let me tell you something about Spyro, dude. Spyro is a lot of people's childhoods. The fact that you missed out on playing Spyro baffles me.
I didn't have a PlayStation, man. Come on, I had an N64.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have maybe sold your N64.
Oh, fuck that! Fuck that!
PS1's a better console.
Oh, come on, not this shit. Come on, man. What is this? Fucking 1997, dude.
Look, dude. We had discs. You guys had bricks. All right, they need to blow into.
Oh, okay.
That's my argument.
Okay.
I had an N64 as well. I can't talk shit. But I mean, hey, if you wanted to shove a controller up your ass, the N64 controller is the best one.
Oh God, not the Trident.
Yeah, dude.
Or the bootleg X-wing, as I kind of like to call it, because it looked like a fucking
N64 controller, dude. It was the my very first dildo.
Oh, God.
Tasty.
with with 3 points, I guess.
By my very first dildo by Fisher Price.
By Fisher Price.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know. There's not really anything else I'm looking forward to in November.
Yeah,
besides Spyro.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a Spyro.
Yeah, 76. I'm cautiously excited for it because I still want to kind of try it because it's like it's Fallout and it has like some of like that arc sort of thing going on.
I wouldn't even say that.
Okay.
It's like it's just a fact of how quick. And I know Bethesda takes a fucking long time to make their games.
Yeah.
Normally 5 years to make a game.
Yeah.
And we all know how Bethesda games tend to be when they first come out.
Yeah.
After the 5 years of in development.
Yeah.
How quickly after Fallout 4 they announced this fucking game. It's been like what, 2 to 3 years or some shit.
Yeah.
A little too soon, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
On that spectrum, and then you got the fact that it's a multiplayer game, and from what I've heard of people who've played it already, it kind of sounds like the way the sharding works is kind of like Destiny 2 or Destiny.
Oh.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
Okay.
But it does kind of make the world feel a little more hollow because of that. Not to mention, it just kind of sounds like to me there's not much content.
Oh, okay.
Involved in the game. Like, it just kind of like, you go in, you get your quests, you do your quests, build a base, you got your base, kill bosses.
Right.
I don't know. It doesn't really sound like there's much. I mean, if that's your thing, then that's your thing, and you probably really enjoy the game, but like, to me, I feel like outside of that, after all that's done, it's like, what is there? Just farming bosses for no reason? Like, there's no fucking point to this shit. Just killing bosses now. You know? I don't know. That's just me.
Okay.
I don't know.
Right.
To me, it just kind of sounds like a Sea of Thieves
Right.
thing. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if it's fun, then it's fun. I don't know. If I really like it, maybe I'll buy it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, well, that's all I can say. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out in November, which is relatively close. That one's coming out in November 14th, right in the middle of November. So yeah. Same with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. They're like 2 days apart. So, but after that is not only Civilization 6 for the Switch, but Battlefield 5. Anyone remember that game?
Who gives a shit? Black Ops 4 is fucking amazing. Fuck, I don't care about Battlefield 5.
I feel like
I've never said that about a Call of Duty game since fucking Black Ops 1.
I feel like if we're gonna still have that stupid Call of Duty versus Battlefield kind of shit or argument, I think definitely Black Ops 4 is gonna take it, because knowing the pattern of how DICE is with their betas and shit, that's probably gonna be the game, like, as when it first comes out. Like, 2 factions, a couple of maps, a couple of these weapons, and that's it. Like, we're not gonna really get much from it off the start. It's just gonna feel bare bones again, just like how it was with Battlefront, like the Battlefront games. That's how it's kind of been nowadays. It's just kind of unfortunate, because I was looking forward to it, because it's World War II back again, and it's Battlefield, so it's got that like sound and fucking explosions and shit. But other than that, it's just hollow. It's a hollow shell of what it was, because you can only have one vehicle at a time per faction, so it kind of just feels empty. And the spawns are like more like Call of Duty. It doesn't feel like, it doesn't feel like the map's like big. It feels like the maps a lot more cramped than it actually is. But it's, I don't know. It doesn't feel like the like 100% Battlefield. It's leaning more towards like Call of Duty because they want to actually, I guess, up the infantry sort of combat rather than trying to keep the vehicular combat up to date. So you can only just put one fucking vehicle per fucking thing. So you can only have like one plane in the air and one fucking tank from each side. It's like that's lame, because back in the day, with like Battlefield 4 or even like Battlefield 1942, it's like that's what made Battlefield, in my opinion. Because this is so like there's so much on the battlefield. It feels like a war. It was supposed to be a war simulator, but now it's just kind of. It feels like a ground war from Call of Duty with vehicles.
Make another Battlefield like Bad Company 2. That's all you gotta do, DICE. That's all you gotta do. Just make another game like Bad Company 2.
Yeah.
Cut this shit out. Fuck World War II. Cut it out. No one cares anymore.
Yeah,
right.
Not even like Battlefield 4. That shit. That was Modern Warfare, sure, but like that shit had a ton of vehicles and a ton of weapons and a ton of like just things to upgrade with. And, you had we have multiple vehicles and shit like at a time on the battlefield. That felt like a fucking war, And I remember like the very first time I was playing it on launch day, it was fucking garbage because the fucking netcode and shit was like awful. But the fact that they carry that spirit on, that's what made the game fun, and I don't feel it. I really don't feel it in this one, unfortunately. And I was looking forward to it, but from playing the beta, I have a very suspicious or big suspicion that that's how it's gonna be when it launches. So I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna just let it sit out. I'm gonna sit this through and see those reviews and sit back and just see how it goes. So for Battlefield 5, I know they're doing that free content update thing, but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with Battlefield 5. I don't feel confident with it, unfortunately. But what were you saying?
Is that it good?
Yeah. Dice, what are you doing? That's all I can ask. Yeah. But anyways, I think we can move on from games to some anime talk. If y'all are down to do so.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, dude. Let's do it, man.
So we kind of mentioned Goblin Slayer earlier, right? So let me say this before we as an opener. So do you know why Goblin Slayer was like really a lot of people talked about it and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, I didn't even know this because I didn't even watch Goblin Slayer just yet, but not only is whatever graphic, violent, whatever the fuck people say, but it on Crunchyroll, it had a they rated towards kids. Like it had a rating that was supposed to be kid appropriate for some reason. Yeah, it was, and for some reason, that's what my friend told me, and that is why it's receiving the controversy or whatever the fuck, or talking about. That's why people are talking about Goblin Slayer, because I guess maybe that all that stuff came from the kids, like because the Crunchyroll fucked up.
Well, I mean, it was just that's weird because I know it's just I thought it was just more of like people overreacting to the rape scene.
Yeah, that's
that too,
Yeah.
but
part of it. But
yeah, I think the fact, well, I haven't seen it, like I said, I haven't seen it myself, but just imagining it, like I feel like because of Crunchyroll fucked up and stuff, that's why it's blown up to what it is right now and stuff.
Huh? I didn't even know
it
that.
kind of is, and also that because I'm watching it right now, and after episode 1, now each other episode, there's 3 right now.
Uh-huh.
In the beginning of the episode says, the disclaimer warning. I was like, oh,
There it
Where
is,
was this?
there it is now.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I actually watched it with Ender.
Uh-huh.
Because he mentioned it to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, all right, sure, let's watch it. And I mean, I understand. I can understand. It's a very touchy subject, touchy subject matter.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, that's what it's dark fantasy. That's what it is.
Right.
Right. And it's weird to me people are overreacting because I feel like, I don't know if these are like new anime fans or not, but like I swear to God, if these are the same fucking people and they've watched Berserk or read Berserk and they're like overreacting to this, which they shouldn't. Or like people who fucking watch Game of Thrones or fucking played Witcher 3 or some shit. Like, this is just dark fantasy. It's just what it is. I mean, it doesn't mean it's accepted. It's a good thing. It's just a thing that happens, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I guess it is misleading to a degree, but I feel like most fucking anime poster things are misleading for the
Right.
most part. I mean, I've seen plenty of anime that looked like happy fun time, and then it's just fucked up.
Like Madoka.
Madoka, I've never watched Madoka, but I do know about it.
Yeah, because it was written by Urobuchi. Urobuchi, I think. Yeah.
Urobuchi, dude.
Urobuchi, yeah, Urobuchi.
Motherfucker.
Of Fate Zero.
So is Phase. He wrote Fate Zero.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole controversy behind Goblin Slayer is either falls upon people got butthurt about that one scene, or Crunchyroll fucking up,
Mhm.
and majority is, oh my god, that one scene. And then when you like on Twitter, I read someone talking about that one scene and saying that from just watching that one episode, the whole show is a piece of crap.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, you can't really judge a show from just watching one episode. You gotta give it the three episode grace period.
Right.
And like, let's just say this whole Twitter, it was just the person trying to stick to their guns that it's a bad show because of that one scene. And when you read further down the line, apparently they watched Berserk
How do
long
you do
time
that?
ago.
How do you do that?
Yeah, how could you say that scene set you off when Berserk did it worse?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Ender. I was like, Berserk's worse. Yeah, I've seen worse. Berserk's done worse.
Oh, okay.
Fucking, this shit's like. Now
Yeah.
imagine I imagine the manga's probably more graphic.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. I saw some, like, my friends gave me like the manga link and stuff, and I was just reading some of it. I was like, whoa, this is woo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine this was on TV. So there's only so much you can show on TV.
Mhm.
You know.
Mhm. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's graphic. It's
It's not for everyone, sorry.
it's for sure. I mean, if I wouldn't say it's shit because of that reason. I think it's kind of a shallow perspective on things.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, dark fantasy. I mean, it's the thing, you know?
Right.
Just
yeah.
if it offends you, just turn it off. Don't watch it again.
Yeah, go watch
That's-
something else.
Mhm.
Go watch something else. You know, that's just kind of how it is.
Mhm.
But
You shouldn't.
what
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
But what I find it funny is that some people are trying to bring D&D logic into this anime,
Huh.
saying that,
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
saying like, oh, goblins in D&D are, like, but not malevolent, but are just chaotic neutral creatures, and it's like, yeah, if the DM wheels it.
Oh, I saw memes like fucking when you roll a one or some shit when your DM fucking warns you not to go in there
Yeah.
or some shit. You still roll a one and fucking go in there anyways.
Yeah, I mean, and on the heels of you saying the meme, there was another meme going in the scene. They asked the healer, "Oh, can you heal me?" And it's like, "Oh, I can only do it 3 charge." And someone was like, "See, this is why in every D&D campaign I'm with, I bring my own damn pots because I don't trust my healer." And I was like, "Yep, that is absolutely true." But the one that actually got me laughing really hard of people don't liking Goblin Slayer is, again, with the scene, people are justifying it as lazy writing.
Huh.
And I'm like, okay, you know that old literature has scenes like that to push the story, right? Is that lazy writing?
I let me tell you something about people like that toss that around. They say that because they're trying to justify something they don't like.
Yep.
So they say it's lazy writing, but they have no basis of why it's lazy writing. They just say it's lazy writing because they don't like it. Just be honest and say you don't like it. Like,
Yeah.
don't say it's lazy writing. Because, yeah, like you said, it does something to push the story. Not to mention, in this perspective, it is, to a degree, yes, it's kind of a shock value, but at the same time, it's kind of introduces you to kind of this dark reality.
Mhm.
Especially when the way the episode starts out, where it kind of seems like a happy-go-lucky medieval fantasy fucking anime. And then it kind of smacks and hits you in the face with, like, this is what this show is. You know what I mean? It kind of is just a representation of what to expect in the future. That's what I see it as, at least, from a literary standpoint.
Mhm.
And, of course, once it happens, dun dun dun, the Goblin Slayer fucking shows up and fucking starts killing it, all of them. Like, it just kind of builds up this fact to, like, also to hate these goblins.
Yeah.
You know, to want to hate them because they're these vile creatures, you know. So kind of also that's what the plot device is, you know.
Yeah.
It's not lazy writing at all. I think people just need to get their heads out of their asses and stop being so triggered by everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, again, if they want to watch something happy-go-lucky, go watch, you know, a slice of life anime or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with slice of life. I mean, I'm also watching bookstore assistant Honda-san.
Oh, yeah. I kind of saw something like that on the well, I saw a thumbnail of it on Crunchyroll, but how's that
It's
been?
cute.
Okay.
Like, basically that whole anime is about an actual, like, the skeleton is an actual person
Okay.
that's retelling his time as a bookstore assistant.
Oh, okay.
And it's just so funny because they have to bleep out certain manga names, but if you know what they are trying to say, then it's like, oh,
Oh, okay.
I get you.
Right. So a lot of like manga references from like actual series. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because again, it's a bookstore that sells books, and
Yeah.
some of the titles in there are actual titles.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty neat.
But yeah, to close on to the Goblin Slayer, it's not for everyone.
Hmm.
Think of it as a watered down Berserk, just because of the first episode, and carry on if you don't like it.
Right.
Don't drag your feet into the ground about it.
Right. Well, you know, you talked about a 3-episode basis. I actually watched 3 episodes of SSS Gridman Gridman, which is like the new Trigger anime that kind of came out recently, and it kind of features like that big robot that kind of looks like Ultraman. So,
Oh, yeah,
I
I
wonder
saw
if that's
that.
the same one, because I remember. I mean, I know what anime you're talking about, but
Mhm.
I remember something being called like that back in the 90s, but in America it was called Superhero Samurai. Is that the same thing am I thinking of?
Maybe, but I kind of doubt it. But
It's just looking at the comparing pictures, they kind of look the same.
Right. I don't know
But
about
continue.
I don't know about the older series, but I definitely gave this one a watch. Watched 3 episodes, so I'm pretty much caught up on it. It's interesting. If y'all are very much into like that genre, tokusatsu, or like that or Sentai, like Power Ranger kind of shit, then this is like this is definitely a show for you guys, because like it's all like, you know, robots and kind of megazords kind of thing, because you're gonna see robots combining with other robots and fighting kaiju. That's what they call it, of course, here in the show too, you know. So it's got some of that, like the essence of Godzilla in a way, because the way they like kind of you know, sort of show the monster, and like kind of the way it's kind of sort of written in a way, like the way people kind of like try to, how people react and stuff like that, like evacuating and stuff and all that stuff. It's very kind of reminiscent to Godzilla, but of course you have the quirkiness of, you know, of what you see in Ultraman or anything like that of sort. Funny because, you know, Gridman is voiced by Android 16, so it's kind of funny to hear him in a anime like that. It's pretty interesting though. I feel like once you watch the first 3 episodes, you kind of know what's going on. For the most part, it's just a matter of like, okay, well, you know, what happens next, sort of thing, and it's pretty interesting. There's some cell shading, but like kind of computer generated CG sort of thing going on, but it's done a lot better here, I feel like, and there are some 2D, you know, hand animated parts too, so that's kind of neat. The action scenes are for the most part pretty good. Again, if you're really into that Ultraman kind of style, then, you know, this is definitely for you. He even kind of has the Ultra Beam kind of pose, but it's a sort of different. It's like very reminiscent of Ultraman, you know, besides his looks. Yeah, and the humans are pretty interesting. It's you know, as quirky as it is, there are some like serious tones to it for some people. Like it'll deal with, like, you know, some characters with like certain like sort of maybe mental issues, I guess. But that's as far as I'll go. And it's, yeah, it's got some serious tones, but overall it's kind of has got that tongue-in-cheek kind of quirky, comic-y kind of quality to it. There is that trigger animation that people will know, so there's some of that. So if you guys like Trigger just by its animation, it's in there too. The colors kind of remind me of like Gundam Build Fighter. Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that, Josh? Or no?
Hell no.
No?
But I didn't know what you're talking about.
Okay. It's got the same like color palette. It's like kind of very bright but soft at the same
It's
time.
like Pokemon, right?
Yes.
Like more of X and Y, I guess, or black and white or some shit. I don't know. It's like that. I know what you mean. It's like more of a
Something
kid
like
thing.
that, or along those lines. Like the character designs sort of remind me of that too, because they have like that, some of that roundness to it, you know. So it does remind me of, like, yeah, you know.
Oh, okay, that's a Gundam. That's actually Gundam's art style.
Yeah.
It's like having characters with more rounded out faces. And
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so yeah, like I said, it reminds me of Build Fighter. That's kind of what comes to mind, and just like I said, like the colors, like for some reason, it really reminds me of that for some reason. But yeah, so far, you know, it's more than interesting enough. I'll give it more watches or more chances to you know, check it out and stuff like that. It's pretty action packed. There's not much you know, not a whole lot of talking just yet. So I think it's got a pretty good start. If that's what you know, what you all are looking for. So It's not gonna have any like slow pacing by any means. There's plenty of action scenes. So if you like kaiju's, if you like fighting robots, and eventually combining into bigger fighting robots, then this is probably the one for you. So that's my take on it. So, any other anime you guys wanted to sort of talk about?
I picked up Gintama again.
Oh, it's funny.
Good luck.
Well, no, I mean I don't have that much to watch. I'm on more recent shit. But yeah, that show, dude. First episode I watched, they literally do a fucking reference to every popular fucking shonen series.
I know they do One Piece a number of times.
Oh, dude, it starts out because like they fucking do this shit because I guess the season or whatever I started on fucking or I started back on watching. I guess it's been like months since the previous arc or pretty much previous
Okay.
arc, since seasons and shit. So they pulled the recap shit and they started doing the intro of One Piece. The Gold Roger shit. They have Gintoki dressed up as fucking Luffy on the fucking Going Merry.
Oh, okay.
And then it goes into fucking Gintoki meeting Kagura, the little redhead girl.
Uh-huh.
But it's like the first episode of Dragon Ball. She's dressed up like Bulma. And it's the first episode.
Oh, nice.
Shit. Then it goes on to them fucking talking about how they went into the I believe it's like a Mosh Posh reference to the tuning exams and the Hunter exams of Hunter x Hunter. I've never watched Hunter x Hunter, so I don't really understand it. But I think it's like a Mosh Posh of shit. And I think there was a Bleach reference somewhere in there, but I don't remember.
Okay.
But yeah, shit like that. I thought it was. I don't know. It's pretty funny. But yeah, that show is off the wall with their humor. I think it's probably. I don't know. In my opinion, I think it's the funniest anime out there. They just don't. They go so far. They don't care. I love it. They don't pull any punches.
Nice.
Some of it though, I don't understand because I don't understand Japanese. I don't know who these Japanese actors they talk about.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so
it's like very much like Shin-chan. Like it's very very Japanese sort of like humor. So okay.
Well, it is. I do get it to a certain degree.
Okay.
Because they kind of explain it in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I get that the Japanese language, certain words mean multiple things.
Right.
So they do play on that. I think that's a Japanese pun. I believe that's what that's called.
Yeah.
Well, they do it in One Piece too, with Frankie.
Oh yeah.
The hentai. But yeah, I get that. I just don't like. What I don't understand is when they start talking about Japanese actors, because I don't know who the fuck. They
are.
Yeah,
they do that in Shin-chan too. Like they make references to like they actually like make references to like real people in Japan sort of thing. Yeah, so it's that's what that reminds me of, the way you said it. So
yeah, the only person I know that they've made reference to is Obama. And that show's not allowed to be aired anymore, apparently.
Oh.
Because they showed Obama in it. They made reference to Obama.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, fucking yeah, it's a long anime if people want to start it. I recommend it if you have the time. Mm-hmm. It's a really funny show.
Mm-hmm.
And the characters are amazing. I love them all.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also, I think the thing I love the most about Gintama is it's a jab at the anime industry and otakus. I love it. I just love it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking last episode I watched, they were jabbing at the pop idols.
Oh, okay.
So good. It was so funny.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, fucking, I love it. I just love how they do that, because the anime does break the fourth wall a lot. That's part of the gags too. But yeah, I do like that. They break down the fucking anime industry and otaku and just bash him. I love it.
Yeah.
But other than that, we watched Fairy Tale. Season final season.
Oh man, you want to go first?
Why? Look, all right. Spoiler warning.
Okay.
Why the fuck is Carla a fucking anime girl, cat girl now? Like, why is that? I mean, I know why. It's a rhetorical question, but fucking.
Oh
My
man.
God.
The things
And that-
the things they do in that show, it's just I don't know. I don't know.
Dude, I
go
don't know
on.
how many times I saw a close up of fucking Lucy's pussy too. Like, I know it was blacked out and shit, but they showed her pussy a lot, like her panty shot or whatever.
Yeah, underskirt sort of angle.
Underskirt. Yeah, there was a lot of those angles. There's definitely been more subtle fan service
Yeah.
than usual. But we haven't hit a filler episode yet, so.
No, not yet.
I hope we don't, because there's no reason to. But I feel like they will. Yeah, they will, but I hope not. Yeah, show sucks. Lucy sucks. Natsu's plot convenience powers have increased exponentially. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I can't wait to see more.
We watched the first 2 episodes so far, so I think we haven't watched the last one just yet, but I think we're gonna go off of a two episode basis whenever we watch it, because Todd wants to do it that way, so I don't blame him.
Yeah, I think it sounds fair.
Yeah. It's not like it has cliffhangers or anything, but it's just like, you know,
it's exhausting.
Yeah.
It's really exhausting to watch.
Yeah.
See Lucy's stupid face, and then
all the stupid shit that comes out of it, like Natsu's fucking being an asshole, or like I don't know. I mean, at least the redeeming factor that it has fucking color back in there. It's like, my God, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's not so saturated now. Yeah.
It's way better from, like, I mean, comparing to the last season. It's back to like whenever the 2014 or what the fuck?
2014 is when it got saturated.
Yeah.
Pre 2014.
Yeah, something like that. It's back to that kind of format in a way, but like, my God. I mean, I don't mean to go off fucking last season, but goddamn, what was up with that fucking brown ass filter, dude? Like, why do that?
I don't know. I didn't really get it either.
What was there was no fucking clear reason behind it other than, oh, maybe they're fighting Tartarus, so they want to give off a more darker vibe. I don't know. Like, they're gonna.
Well, they did it before then too. Like, they did it during the Wizard tournament.
I think so. Yeah, I think maybe, was it like the second half or something like that?
Yeah, because that's when 2014 started in the second half of that arc.
Yeah. I think it started from there, and like, it was
like the last round.
Yeah, I think so.
They started it.
Probably.
Yeah, it was the last round.
And then they fought like the dragons and shit or whatever. And,
yeah, Future Rogue or whatever.
Yeah, Future Rogue and all that fucking shit. It was. Fairy Tail's a fucking mess, but the lack of color just makes it way worse. It's like, just about like Fairy Tail characters, like they convey a lot of color, especially with like Urza's fucking hair, like pretty. Yeah, it's got a nice dark red to it.
Yeah.
But man, that last scene is just, or those couple of seasons or arcs or whatever, man, just didn't help all that too well, and made the show even shittier as is already. But if it weren't for the actual art style and like the visual shit and the music and all that, I wouldn't keep watching it. You know.
I say this all the time, and I know Mishima doesn't do the anime art, but it's pretty close to his art style.
Yeah.
At least now it is. He's a good artist.
Yeah.
He's a horrible writer, though.
Oh yeah.
Horrible writer, but he's a really good artist.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love his art style. That's why I keep, you know, reading Fairy Tail or whatever, the manga, especially because his drawing is awesome. He's a fast artist too. He makes shit like come out every fucking week consistently. In comparing
He's
to like
Oda, dude.
yeah. In comparing to like Oda takes his time too, but
He has to now.
yeah, he loves he takes his breaks like every 2 weeks or some shit, and like, but he puts effort, especially. I've been reading the Wano arc, and ooh man, it's so fucking cool. Like I can't wait for you to see it once the anime comes out. But oh man, the manga and like the manga though, it looks so fucking cool. With like what?
Can we talk about One Piece? Is that possible?
To what extent?
Can we talk about what's happened recently in the anime? Recently in the anime, not the manga, because I don't know. I don't know anything about the manga.
Oh no, yeah. If like, what did you want to talk about exactly?
If what's his name? Katakiri. Right?
Oh, Katakuri, yeah.
His mouth reveal.
Yeah.
And his character, his whole character is like flip flopped to me. Not because of his mouth.
Yeah.
Primarily because he's kind of a spoiled bitch.
Yeah.
He's kind of a little brat.
He's a Charlotte, so he's they live in a very spoiled kind of environment,
True.
Because Big Mom is sort of like she tries to be very nurturing and shit, so they all are spoiled to some extent,
Except for Pudding.
Except for Pudding.
Except for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we now also One Piece, because we're going into that now.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Spoiler warning.
Sorry, Todd.
Yeah. No, he already knows.
Okay.
When he hears any mention of One Piece, he turns.
Okay.
No, he learned to do that in BO.
Okay.
But
yeah, that's right.
yeah, Katakuri did. I can still take him seriously. I just don't. It's just it's such a weird dynamic, especially too since he's voiced by the same guy as Gintoki and
Yusuke from Persona.
I think he does. Doesn't he do Dio?
No, that's a
Ragna.
Ragna, yeah, Ragna. Yeah.
Ragna.
Yes.
That's who it was.
Yes.
Yeah, like when he's sitting there eating the donuts.
Oh man.
Start hearing Gintoki, I'm like, okay, this is a different character now. This is a completely different character.
Yeah.
But yeah, that guy. But yeah, One Piece is pretty good show. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend. I don't care if you don't have time, you gotta watch it.
Yeah, Chris.
I don't care if you have a job. I don't care if you want to play video games. You need to watch it. This is important.
It's like
Look.
Well, I was about to say it's nothing huge or anything, but it's there's a reason why it's my top favorite like manga / anime series of all time, and it kind of takes a lot concerning like shows like or series like Dragon Ball and all that like shit that comes out and people really talk about it and all the other popular series. One Piece it's got a special place in my heart because it does a really, really, really good job building up the backstory and lore in like the world that's in One Piece, and they really do like a good job like setting up people and like or villains or just like important figures in general, and it like raises a lot of questions and stuff, and there's like a good amount of conspiracies and like there's just a lot of shit going on in One Piece, and I love it. And but at the same time, it does have some good number. It's like a good amount of like simplicity and stuff like that, in the sense that it is still like a fucking shonen series, but it's still got a lot going on. And the latest arc in the manga is no exception. Like it's so good. Like, or at least from the visual aspect anyway. But the story itself is still like really still interesting, and I'm like still aching to read the next chapter and shit. And this is like the only series that I really feel like that right now. There's nothing else really in the past years and shit. And One Piece still continues to impress me. And it's been out for like more than 10 years now. That's crazy. You know what's crazy? Fucking when it first revealed Momonosuke, that was 2 years ago, dude. That was 2 years ago. That's fucking nuts.
In the manga?
In the manga, that's 2 years ago. But yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh yeah. Okay.
That's
how long it is in the anime.
That's crazy. I never really thought about that. I'm like, damn, dude, that blew my fucking mind. But as much of a I understand like the series is fucking long. Like there's so many goddamn episodes and chapters, but
don't be a bitch.
Don't be a bitch. But seriously, it's really good. Like, I understand why people from the outside in are like kind of just like, it's fucking, it looks like a fucking child's drawing or some shit or whatever, like, or like the art style is something they get turned off by. But good God, though, like once you like keep reading and stuff like that, it's really good. It's really good. It's, both story and visually and stuff, and especially with Wano arc, like. Good God, it's so cool, especially with the last reveal. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but so cool. It's so fucking cool.
Zoro showing off his new technique, the 3-dick style.
Long dick style.
Long dick style.
You think he could cut mountains? Boy, can't wait to see what he can cut next with his penises.
No, he just fucks the mountain.
Fuck.
Sorry, back onto the anime shit. I think the anime is doing a pretty good job with the fight scenes and stuff like that. But it still has sort of that jankiness that because it comes out weekly, like the budget is sort of all over the place. You know what I mean?
I think it's Toei. I think it's just Toei. They do that.
Yeah, because
they did it with Dragon Ball Super.
They did. Yeah, I heard that too. Like, it's just how it is nowadays. I think it might be just with Toei Animation because they do a lot of weekly shit, especially with like Dragon Ball and One Piece at the same time. It's like, my God, like,
The thing is too is like I think with that shit too. I know with One Piece specifically, they will pull out the good shit when the time's right.
Right. Yeah.
They will. But I feel like, I mean, even too, like Luffy fighting Katakuri, like that's not bad. Like it's not like the animation isn't bad. It could be better, but it's not bad. Like I'm still enjoying the fight scenes,
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think nothing tops like that one scene in Sal Bodhi when Luffy punches that celestial dragon. That whole scene is some of the best shit I've ever seen in anime. Like, the animation is so good.
Oh yeah.
It's so fucking good.
And on top of that, he's punching a fucking asshole in the face. That's like that gives it more weight, That's why, like we talked about earlier, that's why we need assholes in stories. Just so the payoff is so much better and shit.
Oh yeah.
And on top of the whole, animation shit, like animation quality is great, but he's punching a fucking asshole in the face. That's like, oh, it's so relieving. Oh god, it's so good. But yeah, right now, overall, I'm still, liking the Big Mom arc and stuff like that, and very very twisted. I gotta say, very
Yeah,
yeah.
it's One Piece fashion. I mean, the last arc was too Dressrosa.
Oh yeah,
Dressrosa was pretty dark too.
Yeah, that's pretty dark.
Yeah, I love Pudding and Sanji.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It was good. I didn't like her at first. Well, I did, but then I didn't like her,
Yeah.
and now I like her now.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It's very. My views on her is just as flip floppy as her personality.
Oh yeah.
So I like her now.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah. And of course, Sanji is very lovable, just like.
Sanji, I've loved since the beginning.
Yeah.
Sanji's a great character.
Mm-hmm.
Love him. How he
no
does
love
it.
for their mascot, little Chopper.
Oh, Chopper, I love every single one of them. Not to mention, I think one of the greatest things in Dressrosa is the fact that Jinbei finally is joining the Straw Hats. Like, that's one thing that made me so happy is when Luffy, or when he decided to bounce from fucking joining up with, or bounce from Big Mom and it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna go fucking join up with Luffy. Because I promised I'd give him a response or whatever.
Oh yeah.
When I take care of some business.
Yeah.
And yeah, just the fact that he fucking, I don't know, I love it. It's what I wanted since the beginning, dude. It's what I wanted. I was like, I love this guy. He needs to join. His chemistry, Luffy and his chemistry are great. He's gonna join the crew at some point. He's got to. And he is after 4 years, 3 years. I don't know. It's 3 or 4 years. I don't know. When did they introduce Jinbei? Was like in Impel Down.
Yeah, that's like even farther back.
That's a long fucking time ago.
Yeah. Because
I'm pretty. Big Mom's good art.
Yeah, pretty. It's a pretty damn good art too. Zuardo, did you have any like opinion or comments about One Piece as of late?
All my opinions are under the spoiled territory. Be quiet about it.
Okay.
I'm just reading the manga right now.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So
I feel you.
One day
I'll be able to.
I strictly watched the anime because it's where I started, and
right.
When it comes with me and manga, I tend to like to read manga from the beginning, even though I've already seen it. If I've already seen it in the anime, I still wanted to read the manga from the beginning. And it's One Piece we're talking about here. I don't know if I want to do that. I've already watched it from episode 1 to 800, whatever the fuck it is now. So it'd be a hard thing for me to do. But yeah,
feels like once you start reading it, you're gonna get fucking hooked, man. So it's
you
like,
do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I tend to do. Like I did it with recently with Tokyo Ghoul. But I think what kept me going on is the fact that there's so many differences from the anime and the manga that it's like I feel the manga is just more the version you have to go with because the anime leaves so much out, and because of that, I was just like, I want to know what else is missing from the anime now. So I want to keep reading, and then it gets to the point where it's just like, oh shit, you know, and I just keep going. I just don't want to put it down.
Right.
I binge the fuck out of the manga because it just gets to a point where it's just too good. That's another manga I'd highly recommend anybody reads is Tokyo Ghoul.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Fucking good. It's really fucking good. It's done. It's finished.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, it's really fucking good.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as One Piece goes, One Piece is a near and dear thing to my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good series. A very good series. Big Mom fucking or Whole Cake Island, whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah,
to call
Whole Cake
it.
Island. Mm-hmm.
Good arc.
Yeah. That was definitely the year of Sanji. For the manga, I mean, like.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
God, dude.
Sanji, man.
So rough to get through that arc.
Oh.
So rough to get through it, though. Yeah.
Oh man.
My man.
I feel for Sanji, man.
Dude, it's hard, dude. It was so hard to watch all that shit.
Oh. But yeah. Can't wait to see the fight with Katakuri conclude at some point. You know, in animation form. I wonder if they'll amp it up at some point, but we'll see. But yeah, oh man, I really can't wait for the anime to show off fucking Wano. Oh man, it's gonna be so cool, so sick. I hope they put the budget in there, man. If they purposely left the budget from Whole Cake, but they put that into Wano, I will. I'm all for that, cause it's so good.
Potentially.
Yeah, potentially. But it's so good in the manga though, cause man. Anyway, I really can't spoil it, but it's so hard. It's so fucking cool.
Don't worry, Hawk. Wait till next year when the anime catches up.
Yeah, I know. They do after that one filler arc or whatever the fuck.
Wait till 2020 until we actually see the parts that you want to talk about.
Yeah, right. and probably a fucking podcast again, but anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for One Piece. It's still good, still going strong. Even in anime, even despite the shortcomings of some of the animations, it's still good. I would say, but there is one thing I would like to talk about. One last thing before we sign off. We're almost at 3 hours. Damn, yeah, because we were talking about anime. That shit ate up a lot of our time. But anyways, I did want to talk about a little bit about Attack on Titan. I did watch the last episode, and I totally forgot that they're gonna split off the season 3. So we're left with a fucking cliffhanger once again. I'm just like, damn. Well, now because yeah, fuck you. Yeah, that's pretty much what this. What they said. Fuck you. Wait till 2019. Luckily, I read the manga, so I know where it's kind of going. But they show off a certain scene after the credits, or during the credits, excuse me. And I'm like, yo, that's I know that fucking scene. I see what you're doing, man. You think you're fucking funny, because like the way they like did it was, I'm just like, what the fuck? And then they show off that scene. I'm like, oh fuck, dude. It gets pretty climactic, man. For the next upcoming part, and the manga is like pretty far into the story too. So at one point, I felt slightly sad because something happened. A certain thing happens. So yeah. But yeah, Attack on Titan's still pretty good. I think the anime does a pretty good job, like, with the talking scenes, because there's a lot of talking in the manga, and I think they did a good job like editing that in the anime. So it's wasn't too bad, overall so far anyway. But as always, though, the animation's pretty good. They put their time into it. It's not a weekly series like One Piece, so that kind of thing. And I mean, I did like Kenny, I guess. I mean, not that Kenny, but
okay.
You know what I'm talking about. But there's a guy named Kenny, in the series, and he was voiced by one of the characters from Yakuza, so it's really cool to hear him with that voice. So For those who play the Yakuza games, it's the same voice actor for Makoto Date. So, pretty cool. I did like that. He was a good choice, I feel. So, and of course, it's pretty violent as always. Blah blah blah, that kind of thing. So, it's it continues to be like biological Gundam. That's like my like if I were to sum it up, sort of, it's kind of like biological Gundam. It's got the politics, it's got giant things fighting and shit. So that's how I see Attack on Titan. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Without spoiling things too much, are you still interested, Josh, in watching Attack on Titan?
I mean, I think where I'm at with Attack on Titan is I'll watch it when I get around to it.
Okay.
I'm not really like in any rush to watch it.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good. It's not terrible. I'll say. It's still a fun watch.
I mean, I have my opinion on Attack on Titan, so I'm not really like jumping for joy. I mean, it's the same shit too. I've seen SAO has a new season.
Oh, I'll wait for that too. I'll wait for that.
So, does anyone even give a fuck about SAO anymore? Like,
what's that?
Yeah, it's some people kind of talk about it on Twitter, but it's definitely not as big as back when like GGO or
before it became a harem anime. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Well, what's weird? More people talk about the GGO alternative one than some of the actual SAO shit, and that's
because that's better characters probably.
Because what I've heard from what I've heard, Keeters told me that they actually have actual like real relatable characters, unlike the main line of SAO.
There you go. That's it.
Relatable characters.
Relatable characters, and not some fucking jerk off who fucking has plot convenience.
Yeah. The power the power
Kirito's plot convenience. And every fucking bland anime trope girl wants to fuck him. I said it. They have no personality. That's how we're ending this podcast. Deal with it, SAO fans. Your anime is trash.
Yeah, I still like Asuna, but I see where you're coming from.
Cardboard box, Asuna. Asuna, whatever the fuck your dumb name is.
Asuna, yeah, she's still. I like her better than Kirito.
Yeah, I do too. Actually, you're right. No, I agree. I do like her more. I think anybody is better
than Kirito.
That blank fucking character.
He was okay. Sorry to like kind of we're supposed to wrap it up. I know, but let me say this: he was interesting in the first 8 episodes, right? Because he's like, and Christian, don't listen to this because I know you want to watch it at some point. He's he was what they call the beater, or like a cheater, the cheater who played yeah, the cheater, he played the beta of SAO or whatever, and then he apparently was labeled a cheater, so that way he's kind of like the not a martyrdom. He's
a sweaty neckbeard in anime form. That's what Kirito is.
No, he purposely called himself a cheater so that way other people don't get shit, and he took all the shit at first, but then it kind of went downhill after 8 episodes. I don't know, like I didn't like the fact that he got the 2. He was the only one. He got 2 swords. Whatever, the dual sword skill.
Main character, plot convenience, bad writing.
Yeah,
that's what it is, dude.
It should have there should have been other people with that kind of ability too. Like that would have made things a little interesting too. But one character out of what, like 10,000 players, one. Whatever, man. Whatever. It's SAO. You come to expect what it is for those who have been watching it, and I don't know. I
like riling people up. trashed on fucking SAO because people get so mad.
Everybody
Everybody I've met that like that show and I fucking shit on it, they get so upset.
yeah,
It's so triggered.
yeah. It's such a it's such a polarizing series. Like it's you know, there are people who love it, but there are people who fucking hate the fuck out of it, and like I don't know, and people take it super seriously and shit. I'm like, dude, it's just fucking. It's like it went from like a pretty good series to being a super mundane anime super fast, unfortunately, and that's why
Yeah.
you know, it's where it is right now for me anyway.
True.
Yeah. But anyways, that's all the anime talk we'll do. That's it took way longer than if
Need more.
no if Ender was here, because I can't talk too much anime because he's still kind of behind. But
It's alright. He's not missing out on SAO at all.
yeah,
So
he says he's curious. He wants to know why people feel that way. You know.
Dude, trust me. You go in SAO and tell me that all those girls are good and they have good personalities. Boy, you need to fucking sell all your goddamn fucking jerk off dolls and you can fucking get a life.
Hey, I like Shinon. I like the gun girl.
Who?
You don't even remember?
Who? No, are you talking about the girl they never really show that much after that arc? Yeah, I remember. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's we'll wrap it up.
We'll wrap it up. All right.
I don't want to go on and more tangent.
Yeah, we just hit 3 hours. So all right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know we did a lot of anime talk. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Maybe we'll do more of that in the future whenever Christian's not here. But anyways, we definitely talked about the jacket, the $8,000 jacket, right? And then some other game bullshit. So if you guys enjoyed the podcast episode, leave it down or hit the thumbs up and leave any comment about what we talked about. Leave it down below in the comment section of either iTunes, SoundCloud, or YouTube. Please let me know below. Maybe give some of your analysis, and maybe we'll talk about that in the next podcast or something. Gives us more stuff to talk about anyway. But anyways, so as I said, before I forget, I'll be gone for Japan for a week, so there will be no episode for next week. And once I return on next Tuesday, after that we will resume normal scheduling. So there'll be no episode for next week. Just want to be clear on that, and hope to see you guys after 1 week of Japan. So later.
Bye. It's already over. So I just want to say bye.